And welcome back to Calgary, Canada, the 2018 IPF World Championships. This is the Classic Division. Six-pack lap it out with jet butts, and we are... equivalent to when Buster Douglas upset Mike Tyson. A huge upset there, no one was seen coming, but that's why nominations, sometimes you got to throw them out the window.
Yes, exactly. We've seen it all too often already in this meet. It's only a few days old, and we've seen some huge upsets.
Now, Shawn Muir is the new president of the Australian arm of the IPF. Looking to open up at 180 kilo. Look fast.
Look nice, easy.
See if they like the depth. Nope.
No, they didn't.
It was right on that line.
No lift on platform 1, 2 to 1. I'm afraid.
Shawn as well has a lot of experience. I'm pretty sure he'll come back and he'll make that right.
Yeah, as long as if you miss an opener, if it's a depth situation, it was that easy. You're not too rattled.
No, just come back, sink an extra inch, and you're golden.
That's exactly it. Now, 192.5 kilos being loaded for Finland's Timo Heiskanen.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded, platform 1, 192.5 kilos.
Timo, look for him in the deadlift event. One of the bigger pullers of the field.
Yeah, I think Timo's been around for a long time. I recall seeing him many years ago.
Yeah, he's a Grizzly veteran. Let's see if we find the strike zone the judges are looking for. Okay.
Again, it's not buried, but it's
yeah.
what the referees say.
Okay, there we are.
It's the line right there, I would think.
Platform 2, 150 is the way to the bar for Paul McLaren of Ireland.
Just going to pull up the nominations here and see if they give us any kind of foretelling. What to expect.
Jason Jackson of the USA.
No Jason Jackson coming up here. I know Jason will probably be in the mix when it's all said and done here today.
Yeah, the Americans got a really strong team, don't they?
Yeah, they do. All these divisions, they have they try to come with full teams and have good competitive lifters in every event.
Anybody who watches the USAPL Raw Nationals, uber competitive. They could probably field 2 teams. They're so competitive. So when you see an American in your weight class, you got to be ready to do battle with them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
195 kilo on the bar.
Rewind lights for Paul McLaren, powered by Ray's Gallows Dairy Car. Greg Murray next on platform 2, 155 is the weight on the bar.
Skinny.
Should be good for depth, yeah. Taking no chances. Wow.
Someone did give a white on that. I think they're watching the same lift I just saw.
Yeah, let's take another look at this. That looked depth all day. Wowzers. If he goes deeper than that, he's not coming back up.
Yeah, that squat was 2 inches in below parallel there.
Now, the Norwegian here, 20 years competing, and we've been told by our scouting experts he's a guy to watch.
Yeah, I think where his openers are showing right now, I think he's a little better lifter than what we're seeing right now, unless there's some injury or something that's plaguing him at the time that we know nothing about. He's a strong lifter.
It was smooth anyways.
Yeah, looked very strong.
Now, some of these countries, in terms of the way they like to do their coaching, like to set off an easy opener and take big jumps. And sometimes when you look at the projected totals, it can really throw you off. You're not even looking somebody's way if you haven't done your research.
Yeah, that's for sure. And sometimes you see that traditionally with some countries. We'll make the big jumps, or we'll make the bigger jumps when the deadlift time rolls around.
And I know the Canadian team, they generally like to do the research, but when you're in the Masters, there's often not as much social media you can look up. When you get towards the Open and the Juniors, they're all over social media, and you know what to expect from them.
I know with this lifter from Mongolia, very, very strong athlete, very new to the sport, but I know that he could put up some big numbers as well.
Yeah, 205 kilo. And for a relatively new lifter, he seems pretty bang on with his technique.
Yeah, he's. I saw him lift actually at Equip Worlds last year, and with a few adjustments to numbers and equipment and things like that, that was just inexperience. He could have easily won the World Championships. And looks to be the same here. It seems much calmer here, so that might have been a lesson learned from the Equipped Worlds last year.
Every little bit of experience counts, and he's opening one of the heaviest openers. We'll see how these leads hold up. 205 kilos stays on the bar for the Finnish lifter, Pekka Taskinen. Nice and deep.
Again, looks like no doubt on that one from me.
Yeah, I would say that's a pass. And thus far, we haven't had too much drama outside of Shawn Muir, who we think relatively easy squat, just has to bring it a little lower.
Yeah, and Shawn didn't go up in weight or anything like that. He just stayed the same. Which,
probably a good call,
yeah, good call, definitely with some of the events that have happened so far.
Now, one of the medal favorites, he reigns from Canada. The Canadian Masters, doing a great job. And that's his girlfriend who's lifting in the Open.
Yeah, later next week.
Yep.
Wednesday or Thursday of next week.
Training partners. Steph Pudicone.
Should be a fairly easy opener for Tom.
Now, Tom has won the title several times. Off the top of my head, at least twice.
Yeah. In the Classic, I think a couple times, yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's depth all day.
Yeah, that looks good. Looks like an opener for Tom. It's fairly consistent. 3 white lights.
3 white lights. Yeah, he took it deep. Take a look at this replay here. Yeah, he might even. He could. Does he always squat that deep?
Yeah, he usually keeps it there. I don't think Tom has ever had any issues with depth.
No, yeah, for sure. And Shawn Muir.
Shawn can get one in. We'll have our whole group.
Yeah.
Making a lift.
Just needs to register at least 2 white lights. Clearly, it was not a strength issue. Weight moved nice and fast. That should do it.
Yeah, that again, no doubt, and
Yeah.
it's still a very easy lift.
Well, you make a little adjustments. 3 whites. We're on the board.
Yeah, and I can see Shawn making a fairly decent jump from there.
Yeah, sometimes when you really sink it and you go even further down than you need to, the weight could feel a little heavier. It's a fine line. Timo Haskinen.
Jump 10 kilos here.
Yeah, nice 10 kilo jump. 202.5 kilo. It's on the line.
That's on the line. I
Yeah.
think that would be high, but let's see what the referees say.
Yeah, it's right there. Refs
Yeah.
agreed, yeah. And it was a bit of work. He could probably retake it.
Yeah, I think if he took that and just sunk it that extra a little bit, I think he got some room there.
On the one side, I can see why the one judge might give it to him. Sometimes the hips don't rest exactly even. One hip looked like it might have been depth, but... So 210 kilo loaded on the bar for Mongolian.
Yeah, he jumped a smaller jump.
Fast mover, clearly a fast learner. Right in the mix here. Now he's taking a bit more of a conservative jump than some of his counterparts. But let's see how he handles the weight.
Again, that's hopefully that's the lesson learned. He took big jumps last year, I know, at the quick whirls, and again,
No.
really went deep on that. I'd say went 4 inches in the hole.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's used to the gear giving him a little pop before he gets that deep classic. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, he's deep.
He's in there. Yeah.
Do you think he might be used to the suit, or?
Yeah, and again, it's we'll see if he can come back and make that. But it could be experience. It could be I lift a lot in gear, and I'm going to come to this and just try my hand at it as well. You don't know.
Joran from Norway, 212.5 kilo.
Jumped a little bigger, 12.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, that's a sizable jump.
Decent jump in this weight class.
He's definitely one of the medal favorites. Pegged as a lifter to watch. Oh, nice.
Very smooth.
Wow. That bar path never veers. Straight up, straight down. Look how beautiful that bar path is.
Yeah, it don't.
There's...
Exactly. Yeah, he could jump 10 on that, I think.
He could, yeah. Like, if a fight came, he's in perfect position to fight it out.
Yeah, exactly.
Pekka Taskinen from Finland. Gonna take a 7.5 kilo jump. Now it's gonna be interesting when you look at just going off the openers and the projected. Tom Keenan had quite the lead, but we were told expect battles in this one. Some of these guys like making big jumps.
Yeah, you see a lot of big jumps in the deadlifts of a lot of this group, from what my experience has shown me in the past.
Bombed it in there. Whoa, he got it though. Had a sticking point, fought the knees out. Judges give it to him.
Yeah, I don't know if his knee is on locked on one side, but he continues to get to 2.
That's plenty deep, but...
Yeah, it's not that short. Yeah, it's soft knees. I can see it now, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with that. And Jason Jackson of the U.S., a 20 kilo jump.
Exactly, so here we see some of the bigger jumps.
Yeah.
And his opener was really smooth.
It makes you... It's one of those dicey things where if you just move forward with the opener, you are so far back. On the flip side, he's probably confident with the second attempt because he knows what's at stake.
Settle, Jason. There you go. One.
Oh, it looks depth. That's a bit of a fight, though. Holy. Whoa, no. And,
Again, that's a major mistake right there. That big jump.
And that's the problem. I understand start low, but if you miss your second, he's capable more than 195 kilo.
Yeah. That bar really kicked him in the middle on the way down, so I wonder if he can come back and straighten that away.
Maybe. But if he moves forward with just his opener, which was a very low opener, it's going to be really hard to catch up.
Yeah, he'll be in a bit of trouble if he don't come back and make that lift.
It's one of those risk-reward situations. Now we're right back. I feel like we just saw Tom. This is a very quick turnover. Just 7 lifters in this flight. These guys also got to take that into account. If you're going to make a big jump, you got not much time to recover. Tom Keene, 220 kilo.
And is that correct? That was no lift on platform 2 for Michael for the previous game.
Looks composed.
Yeah, he does.
167.5 kilos, Michael Cagliola, USA, platform 2.
Depth. Oh, it's a fight, but he's good for it.
He's gonna come out of
Wow.
it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hopefully there was no downward.
Oh, that was a hell of a fight.
Yeah. 3 weights. Yeah.
I got it. Now, he's clearly in the lead. How much more does he have? Take a look at that. Depth all day, like you had said. He likes hitting.
Yeah, kept moving up. Yeah, it looks good lift. And yeah, we'll see if.
What do you do there
I
when
don't know
you're?
if Tom's going to come out again. Let's see.
I mean, 7 lifters. He's going to be out here in a couple minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough. I mean, maybe if there's twice as big a flight, you consider it, but it's going to be a tough. That was a hell of a grinder. It's early.
And right now we have the Norwegian who has just posted a 220,
So
which would and is lighter than Tom. So Tom is making putting in 2.5 kilos more, which I guess if he needs it, he'll come out, and if he don't need it, maybe he'll forfeit it.
Now, we've talked before about how much you fight for 2.5 kilo if you drain
But
the
this
tank.
is one where a gold medal for squat is on the line, so you could actually see him use this. Yeah.
No lift, 1 foot bonus on platform 2, Miguel Bernard. No lift.
Shawn Muir of Australia, 190 kilo on the bar. Oh, nicely done.
It's going to be close again.
Yeah,
Let's see. Yes, got
he
it.
gets it.
Yeah.
The judges agree.
One
They're both,
red on the side.
both mixed. So, in the bigger picture, do you think Tom should fight out 2.5 kilo for a gold in squat, or hold back and look at the gold overall?
I'm thinking at this point it could very well be determined by what the Norwegian does.
Yeah.
If the Norwegian comes out and makes the 220, I could see Tom saying, "Okay, let's do this." And if the Norwegian happens to miss the 220, Tom will say, "Okay, we'll leave."
Yeah.
It. Yeah. And it'd probably be the way I would play it at this point.
Yep. And it should be noted, Jeff, a Canadian national team coach, a referee, as well as a world-class powerlifter. 202.5 kilo for Timo from Finland.
See if Timo can clean up this lift.
Okay, it's going to be on the line again.
It's on the line again. Yeah, it looks like the same squat again.
Haskinen, he looks strong for it, but yeah, the judges were kind of split as well.
2 to 1, 2 to 1. Next weight in the bar, 210, Max Sanguita, Mongolia.
Yeah, so he only got his opener on the board, 192.5.
Now, he missed this. I mean, it wasn't on depth. It was a straight-up failed attempt. He may be able to make some adjustments, but honestly, the opener seemed like work, and then the second seemed like too much.
Yeah, let's.
I've been wrong before. Guys come out and make the adjustments, and they hit it.
Bar is loaded on the right. It is not. Bar is now loaded on the
He's
right.
eager.
Mongolia.
He's eager.
Bar is loaded on the left. Anderson Alcantara of Brazil.
One more shot at 210. Oh, no.
No, is it too much?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stayed in the pocket. His form doesn't break down, but it's just a little too much weight. I think he might have started a little too heavy and gave himself no room. And the problem is, now he's grinded out twice.
Yeah,
You get tired quickly doing
Hard,
that.
hard when you miss a lift.
Yeah. 215 kilo for Jason Jackson of U.S. Yeah, missed this on his second attempt. Now, we thought Jason might be able to make some adjustments.
Yeah, kicked him really hard in the middle of the lift on the way down. So I think if he can keep it tight there, this could be a weight that's in his wheelhouse.
I mean, it can't be overstated how much staying tight, remaining tight, keeps that compression. As long as you're upright, you can fight. Once you lose that bar path, you're in trouble. Oh, he's getting tight this time. He's taking this setup a lot more seriously.
Yeah, it looks like he's slowed his pace a little.
Yeah, I think, we'll see if it's enough. Oh, he's tight. Oh, yeah. Wowzers. And that was it.
And it was buried, too, it looked like.
He buried that for sure all day. A hell of a fight. Oh, my gosh. One on depth. Is that a depth? They should go. They should see what the...
His coach has gone to the jury.
What do they say?
I don't see anything wrong with the lift personally.
Oh. Well, nonetheless, he made the adjustments. You had said just get a little tighter, and it's a possibility.
Yeah.
And he did that. He completed the lift. Just didn't get credit for it. 217 and a half for Pekka.
Sorry. Yeah, the two red lights were of different cards. So one called depth on one side, and the other was
depth was shocking because I thought he buried it.
Yeah.
Keskinen from Finland. Okay. Whoa, those knees came in quick, didn't they?
Yeah.
As soon as he hit depth, those knees folded like lawn chairs.
Yeah, and they folded on his second, so I thought coming back on the third might be a little difficult for him.
Now, we were talking about the Norwegian. He has 220 loaded up. Our scouting reports say Keane and the Norwegian are going to do battle. And it looks like the battle is already on. He's going to match Keane's 220, and he's the lighter man, so he'll be shifting into the lead.
He'll take the gold medal in the squat, and Tom would have to squat to 222 then to retake it back.
Not many mistakes by Joran of Norway. Nice step. Oh! Well done. What do you think?
I think that should be a good lift.
I think so.
Yes.
3 whites. Wow!
Whoa.
Holy!
I won't be doing that.
Yeah, that's an athletic man right there.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, the depth was good all day. Sticks in the pocket. Bar path again, just bang on. We had mentioned that earlier, just how well his technique and form is. And we were saying if the fight comes, and it hadn't come yet, he'd be good for it, and he was. Now, Tom Keane could hit this and walk off.
Out, yes.
See if his dismount triple sow cow can beat that.
I think Tom just wants to squat 222.
Yeah.
No backflips or anything
That's
afterwards.
Right. Don't one-up him. Now, 220 was a hell of a fight.
I think Tom is good for this.
Depth all day. Oh,
No.
You know what? If you got to fail, it wasn't a crazy grinder.
No.
I don't think he lost a whole lot of strength there.
Yeah, they got him pretty quick there. So.
Yeah. Shakes the hand of the fellas. Thank you, fellas. Well done. So the Norwegian draws first blood, takes a squat event, but only on body weight. So in terms of total, in terms of the bigger picture, him and Tom Keane neck and neck, with the kilos going towards their totals.
Yeah, right now it is, and again the attempts will determine, if he makes a bigger jump in his deadlift, then he can close that gap a little bit. Tom got a 40 kilo lead there right now, 35 from one of the other lifters as well. So we'll see how it all pans out. It's definitely not a bad position to be in.
No. Now, moving into the 83 kilo class, Bernhard of Germany opening with 125 kilo. Only been competing 1 year. So he's going to be relatively new to the world stage, obviously. Okay, depth looks good.
Nice
You know,
lift.
some of these guys have been competing 1 year, but doesn't mean they've been weightlifting 1 year.
Oh, definitely. Got called on
What was
that. It's
Knees opened up.
card. Yeah, so I don't know. It could be there's a whole lot of different things that the number 3 card shows. I don't know what got called for there.
I did see his knees unlock and relock, but personal best coming up here already in the opener by the German.
It's a good way to start a comp with PB.
I just got told this is a 20 kilo personal best. That seems drastic for an opener. Let me take a look here. Now, maybe that's just off his nomination. It's 20 kilos more, and he just hit a token squat for his nomination.
Yeah, it could be any number of things. That was certainly easy enough.
Yeah.
And sometimes, too, some people could pick up the sport and just try it and do well
Yeah,
and not
yeah.
really know much about the rules or anything. And then all of a sudden, I'm going to get in the gym now and train for the upcoming Worlds.
Yeah.
I don't know if it happened that way, but
190 kilo being loaded on a bar for Marie Mohammed of Egypt.
I think we're seeing a few more Egyptian lifters now from time to time at the world events.
And it looks like we're probably going to have some battles for the podium here. The Kazakhstani looking like a solid favorite, but seeing how that can shake up pretty quickly. Oh, depth, very good depth.
Definitely below parallel on that one.
Got pitched forward a little bit, though.
The 3 card is being posted, and like I said, the 3 card can be so many different things.
Yeah. He got pitched forward a little bit there.
I don't know if it's maybe elbow aided lift off his shins. Maybe that's the only thing that I could see there.
Now, PK Mills from Canada, 200 kilo opener.
PK is a great lifter.
Yeah, he holds several national records in Canada. Particularly, it's his deadlift.
Yes, PK is a tremendous deadlifter. Speaking of big jumps in the deadlift, PK is really accustomed to those as well. So he can move up in this mix as the meet goes on here.
He can cover ground rather quickly. High bar, somewhat high bar anyways. Nice step. Smooth,
Nice easy lift.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like an opener should.
And I was about to say exact same. Oh, a blue.
Again, we're getting failure to stand upright with the...
Really?
I don't know how you don't stand upright if you got high bar. But
let's see. Really? Like straight up to me.
yeah.
Now, this is the Kazakhstani that I was speaking of. Turakanov. I'm butchering his name. I apologize. 27 years competing. He's won the Open World Championships. Definitely the man to beat today.
And he has. He's also his job as a coach, so I assume he's part of
his life is
part of
powerlifting.
Kazakhstan team.
Yeah. A little facial massage before you get out there. 207.5 kilo. See how he handles this. Depth. Wow, that was easy.
Very nice lift.
275 is on platform
Very, very good technique.
Yeah, he's got plenty left. I'm assuming he's going to make some massive jumps. Based off his nomination, expect some big ones.
Yeah, I can see a 15K jump on that.
Based off his nomination, I mean, he has a 255 kilo squat. We're talking close to 100 pounds and spread over his attempts, but we'll see what today brings. Now, 215 kilo being loaded on the bar for Pasia, Finland. Spilainen. Spilainen is right up in there for the favorite to end up on the podium and even possibly the gold medal if everything goes his way.
Yeah, his opening deadlift is at 280, which is
Monstrous.
tremendous deadlift. He's lifting her at 83, and he's pretty big.
Yeah, he looks huge for an 83 kilo lifter.
Prognosis for Anderson is good, so it makes sense to save this third squat.
Any depth.
Well, it's about 4 inches in the hole. That looked very good.
The judges need not take much time scrutinizing that depth. And 220 kilo
It's
being loaded on the bar. Sanaki from Japan. You know, it's interesting with some of the overall podium favorites taking relatively lighter openers, probably because they want to make bigger jumps and make sure they get in the game.
Yeah, and I think, again, the competition over the last few days here, we've seen some tremendous athletes miss squats. And so, you know, when you're lifting in these events, word gets around, you know, reffing is tough and things like that. And people just want to absolutely make sure that they can bury their squats.
And that concludes the lifting on platform 2. Then we'll now reset to the bench. There will be a 20-minute break. We now focus on platform
Kazakhstan lifter jumped up to 222.5, so that was
Pretty big jump.
significant.
Okay, I think it's depth.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
bit of a grind as well, but let's see what the referees say on that one. All reds.
And there we go. This is what we're speaking of. The veterans who are likely to finish on the podium, opening well within their means. They could probably pause squat that for a couple reps if they wanted to. Some of the other gentlemen are going to start off a little higher, way closer to their limit, and really rolling the dice.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes for some of these athletes, this might be, that's what they're going to do to take their shot at getting on a podium. You know, just go all out on one particular lift or the other. You don't know what the motivation is here. And
Marlon Daniels, Republic of South Africa, 230 kilo.
Definitely looks like a squatter.
Yeah, he's got a squat build.
Yep.
Let's see how he handles this weight. Big, strong base on him. Whoa, he lost his footing, and he knows. Yeah, he already knows. It's not going to work.
No.
You know, even then on depth, kind of looked.
Yeah, he was close there. We see slow motion here.
Yeah, okay.
I
On the
think
one side, anyway.
on the side we're looking at it.
I saw that side on the live, and it looked high. The other side looked okay, but I mean, why are these guys opening so high? Like in terms of weight, would that look like a struggle for him? For an opener?
even if he come up and his feet didn't move, that's a tough opener. You don't have many places to go from there.
No. Benjamin Rowe from the U.S., 240 kilo opener. For American friends, that's 530 pounds, and he's opening.
He's definitely going to be, you know, if he makes his squats, he's definitely going to be in the mix at the end here, I think.
That's his nominated squat is 240, and he's opening with it. depth.
That could be close. Definitely.
Yeah. It was work, but it wasn't a total grind.
2 weights, yeah. Depth call on one side.
And just so everyone knows, the world record for squat currently 265 kilo.
Yeah, he could potentially be eyeballing that.
So we'll see the type of jumps he wants to make. Now we're back. Bernard of Germany, lifting 1 year, already at the Worlds. Missed his opener, 125 kilos. He's going to retake that.
Yes, let's hope he can stay in the event here. Don't look like he's going to be a threat in the medals or anything like that, but hopefully, get some lifts in and make this experience positive for him, and I always look to be coming back next year.
Yeah, it's definitely a learning experience. Depth that time.
Yeah, definitely. Looks
Hold,
much better.
Lock the knees. Oh, did he beat the rack command?
That could be.
Oh, turkey. Oh, they gave it to him. He hit just on the rack command then.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
And look at the legs. And then,
I think he might have got that that command just as he was moving. So.
Yeah.
The jury may possibly be talking to the jury might be talking to the referees on that.
Yeah. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve. Yeah, they are talking about the rack command right there. I think it was so close. It's within a fraction of a second, so gave the shadow of the doubt to the lifter if you're unsure.
I like to see these new lifters, get the experience, get the lift, and if you get a bad experience here at a Worlds, it could turn you off from lifting. And
it does, yeah.
Hopefully, and he'll learn from it. He'll learn that you got to wait for all your commands.
Jan Smolchek, 185 kilo on the bar. 10 kilo jump from his opener. Depth looks like it's there.
Again, yeah, looks good.
Yeah, appropriate jump as well. I mean, he handled it. He's got a little room to spare. One call on depth on the one side.
Again, to me it looks. Yeah,
that looks very deep.
On this side, it's very deep from what we can see on the monitor.
And 200 kilo even being loaded on the bar for Mohammed from Egypt. Mohammed's going to also take a 10 kilo jump.
Yeah, Mohammed had been doubled over a little bit in the bottom, so let's see if he can.
Yep. You don't want to get doubled over as the weight starts increasing. It's going to turn into a bit of a back squat. Using more back, I mean. Depth is there, but yeah. Oh, he's a strong guy.
Yeah, he's got a strong back for sure.
Three whites.
That's what he's looking for.
Yeah, he gets pulled out of position, but he's strong enough to gut it out regardless.
Yeah, a few things he can work on his technique there.
That's right.
And be a very strong squatter.
Yep. 215 kilo loaded on the bar for the Canadian PK Mills.
PK jump 15. His opener was definitely easy.
Yeah, we thought it was fairly comfortable.
Tight out of that rack, come on. Level 2, 10 minutes to make any changes. 10 minutes for changes.
We'll see how he handles this. If it runs smoothly, he can make another big jump.
PK is usually in the mix. The top 83 kilo lifter in the country as well in Canada, so he could be eyeing up a national record today total.
Yeah, that that was a pretty. He keeps getting
that side.
I don't get it, but that's as deep and smooth as you can ask for. Take a look at this squat. deep.
Yeah, it's definitely deep.
And where's the knot upright?
Yeah, I don't understand that lead at all.
I mean, he doesn't need to really protest it. He's got two weights.
Got two weights.
Yeah, pick your battles. And yeah, I think he could probably take another decent-sized jump. That was no major fight.
No, it wasn't. And again, PK very strong lower back.
Yeah.
And if he do get stuck, he can certainly grind out a lift.
He can scrap it out. Sanaki, 220 kilo once again, missed it on his opener. I believe it was his depth, unless I'm remembering this wrong.
Yeah, a couple of small issues there. Let's see. Yeah, he come up with the weight. It wasn't definitely a smooth lift by any stretch. So hopefully he can come back and put this one in there.
If you can nail this,
His coach looks like he's watching depth very closely, so might be ready to call it for him to make sure that he gets that.
Always a good idea if depth is the question. Very wide stance.
Very wide stance.
Oh, it's on the line.
The strength looked a little better, but I don't know that that's in there either. No.
He looks disappointed.
No.
Unfortunately, if you don't have a white in there, you can't go to the jury. He needs it on his last attempt at 320, and I'm assuming he's going to take this again. He needs at least one white to go to the jury, and then even then.
Yeah, I think that the one side referee that gave him the number 2 card, I think that's, I think it was the number 2 card. It's standing erect.
Turakanov of Kazakhstan. Former champion in his own right, 222.5 kilo.
Took a 15 kilo jump here.
Should be
First
comfortable.
one was very smooth.
Yep. Depth was there. Wow, that's smooth.
One looked better than last.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been an opener. He's pacing himself well. He can make a big jump. Maybe he wants to see what his opposition does.
Yeah, he could be looking at just kind of sneaking in the back and taking a gold medal in the squad as well.
I mean, that is far below his 255 nomination squad. I don't know how old that number is, but now Pasi Sipalainen from Finland, 222.5 kilo on the bar as well.
Took a smaller jump, but again, he could be conserving energy or just making sure he makes his lifts to stay in that lead. This class is going to be very competitive, I think, when we get down to our last deadlift, so he could be just conserving the energy, making sure, put numbers on the board.
Like they say, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you end off.
Exactly.
Okay, my mistake, that is a 5-minute break on platform 1 between lifts. 5-minute break between lifts, platform 1.
Whoa, depth. Wow.
Definitely.
Plenty deep.
Yeah.
It was a bit of work.
He could cut some depth on that and probably gain 20 kilos in the
That
lift.
was crazy depth. Some guys like to bomb it. They like that little bit of a bounce. You get the hamstrings and the calves. But if you do that when the weight gets heavier, is he coming back up like that?
Oh, no.
That was
no, my
way
knees are
deep.
screaming watching that.
Yeah, and not to mention the tension on the knee.
Yeah.
Now, a 230 kilo getting loaded for Marlon Daniels of South Africa. He didn't hit this on his opener. Started extremely high. Let's see if he can make the adjustments. This is a gentleman you had said. He's got the squat frame. It's definitely his event. But is it his day?
Steady now. Easy. What?
Oh, that was high though. I think
Very strong, but I don't know that depth was there on that
cut
one.
depth to move it
3
faster.
whites again, or 3 red, sorry.
And there's a problem when you get your confidence rattled. Sometimes survival mode kicks in and you cut depth. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, he's close there, but I can agree with the referees on depth on that call.
Now Benjamin Rowe of the U.S. 250 kilo for a second attempt. We're getting into some big weights here.
Bar is loaded 250 kilos, quarter of a ton for Benjamin Rowe, 550 pounds.
Quarter ton being loaded on his back right now, and that's only the second attempts.
It's a 10-kilo jump, which I think should be a nice jump here for Benjamin.
Yeah, the opener was work, but he definitely has some room to grow. How far, we're about to find out. Nice Titan singlet, one of our sponsors. Depth is there. It's a fight though. Holy smokes.
Fight that through. Let's see what the referees say.
On my opinion, I think he's got it, but
Yeah,
yeah.
2-1.
2-1 now.
Got call on depth on the it's like our right hand side. So that's the one we'll be able to watch in slow motion.
Now watching this, let's take a look. Beautiful bar path. The guy's got amazing.
Looking at it on the monitor, it does look high on that particular side.
Yeah.
But it could be that he is high on that side, and that's it.
That's right. Now, what are you thinking? How much more does he go from there? That was towing the line.
5 would be
Tops.
tops, I would think.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Even if he walks away with the 252nd attempt, that's huge.
Yeah, right now it looks
Squat
like
to lead with.
he's got a gold medal wrapped up in squat. I'd even question coming out at all. But we'll see. He did make that 5-kilo jump as just popped up on our screen here.
And 135 kilo being loaded for Bernard Grendel of Germany.
So let's see if Bernard now can keep some momentum going here.
Missed his opener, rebounded in his second attempt.
Just needs to have a little patience at the end. Stand up with the weight and let's see. There we go. Yeah.
Look good on my eyes, yours as well.
Yeah, look
and
good. Yeah.
the judges
Yeah,
agree.
3 weight lights. Yeah. Good for him. Good for him.
Take another look at this.
Yeah, not much doubt there. Again, he's his first Worlds here, and he learned a couple of lessons,
That's
and
right.
is probably a better lifter because of it.
You notice on that one, he kept his head up, looking for the rack command.
Yep, exactly.
Previously, he had his head down, and he probably got told.
Yeah.
Now, Jan Smolczek of Germany, 190 kilo on the bar. Looking to go 3 for 3.
His first 2 squats were good. I didn't see any issue whatsoever. It's a 5-kilo jump. I think he's good for this.
Should be within his means.
One minute to make changes, platform 2, 1 minute.
Whoa, deep. Holy smokes.
A little bit of a fight, yeah. Should be no doubt on that lift.
Not for depth, anyways.
No.
I hope we got a slow-mo. This was extremely deep.
Looks like he's very happy with that.
Take a look at this.
Consider his opener was PB.
Whoa, that is...
Yeah.
Like, I think if he kept it up about 3 feet, he'd still hit depth and put up more kilos on the bar.
Yeah.
That was deep. Muhammad of Egypt, 205 kilo.
Jump 5 kilos here again. And that seems to be fairly standard. 10 kilo on the first to second, 5 second to third.
No more changes, platform 2, no more changes.
Whoa, he is a strong guy.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely, you didn't make that on positioning.
No, definitely levers around. It's not an efficient lift, but he actually gets folded up underneath that weight and just out of almost sheer will gets it back
Hips were
up.
higher than his head at one point there.
Yeah,
That lift.
yeah, he sharpens his sword a little bit technically. That's That squat's really going to fly. Now, here we are. The Japanese lifter who's been struggling getting the judges' calls. Once again, 220 kilo loaded. You hate to see somebody bomb out. We haven't seen it yet.
Yes, let's hope he can put this one on the board.
Previously, we'd seen his coach come to the side and was going to check his depth. Usually, the coach yells out depth or yells out something when they think you hit it. And we didn't hear the coach yell out, and he came back up anyways.
And
that's a bad indication.
Yeah, I've coached in those situations a few times, and if you know they're going to cut it, you got to try to sell it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You yell as they come back up.
If you know they're going to transition it around.
Yeah. He's taking this one serious, getting as tight as possible. Compression matters when you're trying to generate force with your body. Watch him digging his heels. He knows what he has to do. Depth is there this time.
Yes.
Oh!
It's like a good lift.
There we
he
go.
narrowed his stance a little, looked like as well.
Yeah, there you go. He's happy.
And that referee on the side got I think the elbow off the knee again.
That's okay. He'll take it. He's not going to argue this.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he did what you have to do. It's all or nothing. You might as well completely miss the lift and have to get spotted. They cut depth one more time.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times are you going to cut depth?
And it wasn't a hard, difficult lift for him. He had some in the tank there, so he can make depth.
A little more dramatic than he thought that opening weight was going to be, I'm sure. The night before, he was thinking, well, 220 kilos should be the fight of my life. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it's, after you look back on it and you made your third attempt stay alive, you say, oh, God, how much did I leave?
PK Mills, another 10-kilo jump.
But you are darn happy to make the lift, though.
Now watch for the side judge to say he's not erect. That's fine. Be getting those calls all day, as long as he gets 2 whites.
I'm going to watch that referee, see if they keep their arm up. Yeah, she's giving them the command. It's a good fight.
Holy, yeah. He shakes his head as he's coming up. That was a depth.
Same
Good
thing
enough.
on that side.
Yeah, I think he might have taken her parking spot or swiped her coffee by accident.
Something must have happened. That lift looks good. I mean,
either way, it's academic. He needs 2 whites, and he gets it. Yeah, that's depth for sure. Nicely done in a fight and a half. Show some heart there, didn't he?
yeah, definitely.
Shaking his head. Yeah, I got it. Nicely done, PK Mills. All smiles with that
he'll be
rematch.
definitely happy with that lift. I think the jury's going to check on that referee actually now to find out what they are calling.
And Pasi Sipalainen is getting 227.5 kilo loaded on the bar.
Yeah, some of the jury is watching the monitors as well and saying, I don't see his knees on lock there back with PK Mills. And they had a discussion with the referee, so.
Spalainen looking to go 3 for 3.
Also squats very deep.
This would put him into third. Yeah, because he's a little heavier. Is that right? Or oh, it's worked. I think that was a well-chosen weight. I don't think he had too many more kilo.
Yeah.
3 whites. He's building his total.
Yeah, that, at present, actually moves him in second in the squat, yeah.
And Daniels can go from 0 to second place with 1 squat, if he can get it. Marlon Daniels, Republic of South Africa. He's basically got to do what the Japanese lifter did before him.
Gotta sink it in there and come up.
Sink it.
Strength is not an issue here.
Either the spotter's got to help you, or you get it, but do not cut it short on your own.
Come on, Marlon. Everyone likes the Roger. Come on.
Did definitely squat a little deeper on that one.
It's going to be close.
Let's see. Yes. 3 weight weights.
Yeah,
It's great.
okay,
we
all
had,
right.
we had both lifters make a comeback on those squats. I'm sure their nerves are a little.
Rattled. Yeah.
But,
Kind of
they're
calm
in
down.
the event now.
Now, this is 22.5 kilo less than his previous best of all the squatters nomination. The Kazakhstani lifter with 232.5 kilo getting loaded on the bar here for him. 10 kilo jump. Now, I thought his second attempt looked really fast.
Yeah, I thought he'd jump a little more.
Me too.
But again, he's
He had a big,
making lifts.
Yeah, he had a big trip from Kazakhstan to Calgary.
Yeah, I assume that could be close to 40 hours potentially.
So a 40-hour trip. If you're not feeling 100%, play it safe. Build your total.
Again, a very easy lift.
Yeah, I mean, it was more work in the second, but I think he had more kilos. But
Yeah.
he's playing it safe. If you don't feel 100%, and only you know, especially if you had to cut weight and you traveled 40 hours, you're going to retain water.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's a light.
Actually, yeah.
So
Just
that
after I said
could
I
play
think
into it. He may have lost a lot of weight on the
Yeah.
flight or anything at all, right?
Yep. He's coming in late, so who knows what the story is there. Benjamin Rowe of U.S., 255 kilo, getting loaded on the bar, just 10 kilos shy of the world record.
Next weight on the bar, Blackpool 2. Bar is loaded, 255. Benjamin Rowe, Blackpool 1.
And again, looking at the final tally here today, he'd be looking at a second place finish right now.
Blackpool 2, Jean-Sébastien Rowe,
So definitely wanting to make this lift, keep some pressure on.
This is definitely his event and where he's going to build the most kilos towards his total. It's the base of which he's going to stand on if he's going to try to reach that podium. I'm not sure.
Yeah, he cut that as well. So
Yeah, it probably felt a little heavy. You know what? 250 is a hell of a squat in 83 kilo class.
He's still got the gold medal in the squats. That concludes
Take another shot at this. Pretty sure this was just. Yeah, that was high anyways.
Yeah, even if he came up with that lift.
And there you have it. Already in the 74 kilo. Looks like the Norwegian and the Canadian Keane are going to do battle and go toe to toe. They both finished with the exact same squat. Only the Norwegian edging for that medal based off of body weight. And in the 83 kilo class, the American starting things off with a huge squat, 250 kilo. But the Kazakhstani building his total and is definitely one of the favorites to look ahead for. Plenty of action, and keep your eyes on the finish lifter as well. Sipalainen quietly accumulating his kilos, and on his projected looks to be pulling away a little bit on us. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a 5-minute break and return back with the bench press event. Six-pack Lapidat and Jeff Butt signing off. See you in 5. Welcome back. Picking back up at the IPF World Championships 74 and 83 M1 class. Six-pack Labadat and Jeff Butt. We are on platform 1. Quick shout out to Alico and SBD, 2 of our sponsors. Without your generosity, these World Championships would not be possible. And we're picking up at the bench press where we have Timo Heiskanen kicking us off with 107.5 kilo. So we had a bit of some shaky openers. Some of the lifters only registering a squat in their 3rd attempt. Hopefully people adjust and lower their openers.
Yeah, it's been a really rough few days in the squat department, and a couple of really big lifters have bowed out of the contest. So everybody should probably take heed of that for the rest of the week, including myself.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with lowering an upper if you have to.
Yep. Timo, this is the 74 kilo class. Born in 70. This is the last couple of years he's going to have in the M1s.
Yes, Timo and I are the same age, actually.
Nice, smooth opener.
Yeah, very, very, very good bench.
120 kilo getting loaded on the bar for Jason Jackson. And Jason, he's the lifter. Opened with 195 kilo and ended up finishing with 195 kilo. Took a big jump in the squats.
Yeah, and I think that'll come back. He's at the finishing totals now. He's ranked 6, and I think he was meant to be in the mix on the podium.
That's one of those high-risk, high-reward situations. You want to be fresh, but if you miss your second, you're relying on your opener, which was far below what you could do. Fairly narrow grip, well within the legal grip range, and smooth.
Nice easy opener, yeah.
Now let's see how big of a jump he ends up taking from his opener to his second attempt in the bench event.
Yeah,
he might have tightened it up.
Yeah, he has to consider something at this point if he wants to get back into the mix. So he's, I think he will have to make a big jump in his deadlift.
Yeah, if he's going to cover some ground, his 3rd deadlift's going to have to be a big one, and he's got to nail it. 120 kilo loaded on the bar for Shawn Muir of Australia, the current Australian president for the governing body.
St. John's been around the sport for many years. Definitely a good choice for the president.
Gets the lift off.
Extremely easy opener, but very smooth.
Missed the squat opener and says, not this time. His right elbow locked up. His right elbow is kind of away from the bar, though. You can see why it might.
Yeah, I think that actually got away from him a little bit.
Yeah. Sometimes you see the elbows track under the bar, and sometimes you get a little shifted by the weight. Now the Mongolian, 122.5 kilo getting loaded on the bar. He opened high in squats, and that's the only squat he got was his opener. See what his decision-making is going to be for the bench press attempts. If he's going to adjust and give himself room to grow, because you only have so many grinders in you, you would think, well, he's a pretty intense man.
Dives for Anderson. The referees agree 3 white lights and 8 good lefts. 130 next on the bar for Jean-Sebastian Rome. of Canada. Buckle 2.
A lot smoother than his squat opener was.
Yeah. It's not a. I don't think he has a big lot of room to move up too much.
No, he doesn't have a lot. No, it's definitely. It is work, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of work there.
It's just maybe he's used to short jumps in training, but in training when you're tired, it's okay. Here, when you get tired, there's still plenty of the day left to go. You can't call it quits.
Yeah, exactly. I know the Master Equip Worlds this year is in Mongolia, and I looked at the flight times. Possibly looking at attending, and it's something like 56 hours. So I imagine he's had a lot of travel as well. And,
wow.
And that definitely got to play into
56 hours. Yeah, that's true. Look for him to be have quite the performance in Mongolia then.
There we go. Yeah.
125 kilo loaded on the bar for Joran Langseth of Norway.
Very easy
There you go.
opener.
Now that's an opener for you.
Easy looking second lift for Joran Langseth, platform 1, 3 white lights and a good lift. 125 remains on the bar for Becca.
Take another shot at this.
Platform 1.
This is his first year as a master. If he looks young, he is relatively young. Some of these guys don't look like they're masters.
That's a good thing about lifting, I think, for most people.
It's a fountain of youth, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
125 kilos going to stay on the bar for Pekka Taskinen of Finland.
132.5 kilos next round, the bar, Michael Paglio, USA.
Quick descent. Oh, quick rise as well.
Very, very good bench. Yeah, it's a fountain of youth unless you miss your first 2 squats, and then it makes you all really fast.
It can age you, doesn't it? The stress immediately. Now 140 kilo getting loaded on bar for Tom Keene. This is far and away more than anyone else is opening with. He can really cover a lot of ground in the bench press event.
Yeah, and that's the thing right now. Tom needs to just go 3 for 3 in the bench here and put lots of pressure on these guys to he has one person that has the same squat numbers on the board. He can gain 15, 20, 25 kilos here. Means you got to deadlift less. And Tom should be in the top of these with these lifters for deadlift as well.
That was easy.
Yeah, very easy opener. That's what I expected.
Well done. And a moment of somewhat, I want to say relaxation, but he worked very hard in the squat event. The second and third squats in particular, he was willing to empty that tank because he wanted that gold medal, the pride on the line. And he could take his foot on the gas a little bit in the bench because it doesn't look like anybody's going to threaten him, but these are kilos towards his total, as you would say.
Exactly, and that's the thing now. Make your 3 benches, and you should be in a good position going into deadlift.
Yeah. Timo Haskinen of Finland, 115 kilo loaded on the bar.
145 kilos Mikael Bernard, platform 2, France. Bar is loaded, platform 2, Mikael Bernard.
Smooth enough
Yeah,
for a second attempt.
not a lot of place to go there.
No.
Maybe just a 2.5 jump, I think.
I think anything more than that might be getting a little dicey. It definitely slowed, didn't quite fully stall, but you know how the bench falls off rather quickly. Now Shawn Muir only taking a 2.5 kilo jump.
Yeah, I think we mentioned on his opener it looked a little bit tough. So
And Shawn, we were talking about the Mongolians trip, coming over from Australia. That's quite the trip as well. Not only the travel itself, but the time zone difference.
zones.
It's a whole nother day.
Bar is loaded, platform 2, Paul McLaren, Republic of Ireland.
Oh, the right arm. Oh, it locks out.
knocked him out. Yeah, it should be good.
He gets it. I think you're right. I think we're nearing the edge right now. He might be tipping over it soon. Take another look. See, the right elbow really comes in on
cranks
him.
on the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, And that could be, I mean, anything from a shoulder issue to what have you. But
Yeah, it could even be a lat issue that he's just trying to tighten it up.
yeah. Jason Jackson.
He took a 5 kilo jump here, which is, again, a good jump.
No major issues on his opener. He had taken a big jump on his squat, ended up having to pay for that. It was a gamble. Misses second, misses third. Wants to cover a little ground here on the bench press.
Double healthy in the USA.
Oh, pretty smooth.
That wasn't really good.
He needs a few wins at this point. Pick up some kilos. Like we had said, the squat event really cost him. He came into this event one of the favorites to hit the podium. It'll be very difficult with only one squat being your opener going forward.
Yeah, right now he's, with that bench, is in 6th place, ranking
Yeah,
near the end.
he's going to have to make some big pulls.
Lots of things could change, but that's going to be a tough nut to crack.
And the Mongolian, a little wild in the squats. Jumps up 5 kilo here. Now we had thought his opener was a bit of work.
Yeah, let's see how this
For an
one
opener.
goes.
Oh, wow. He is tenacious, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yeah, that's. I think that's the limit there.
Yeah, probably. Let out a war cry to lock that out. But he gets it. You see those elbows flare out. He keeps them under the bar, but that was definitely tough work. 130 kilo getting low down the bar for Joran Langset of Norway.
5 kilo jump here. His first looked very smooth.
Now, Joran wants to stay relatively close. If there's a shakeup, he could end up on the podium. Wow,
Very,
that was
very
smooth,
controlled
yeah.
bench.
Looks like he might be good for another 5 kilo.
Yeah, he definitely out of the group so far, I would think he would be the most likely to put 5 on there and still come up successful.
And Pekka Taskinen of Finland, 130 kilo being loaded on the bar. The world record in bench press, if you're wondering, is 179 kilo.
It's a huge bench for this.
That's huge
body weight.
for 74 kilo lifters. Whoa, that's a bit of work. Can he grind it out? I think he does.
Yeah, looks like that'll be okay if his butt stayed on the bench.
Yeah, I don't know if it did.
It didn't, yeah.
No.
I thought it looked like his hips elevated quite a bit.
We can take a look at the slow-mo replay here. That butt came way up. Yeah, way up. You know what? As soon as the butt came up, you're praying that nobody's seen that happen, and you end up grinding it out. It's a bit of wasted energy. You were saying yesterday, sometimes you get tighter in the bench, and it affects your deadlift more than even the squat can if you really grind it.
Yeah, when you miss a tough bench, it can really affect, you get lower back cramps and things like that, hamstring cramps, and so then you got to contend with that before you go into the deadlift, and it's happened to me a few times. It's no fun.
Do you think you might want to pass on another?
If I was that lifter, I'd be passing, yes.
Tom Keane makes relatively smooth work of 150
That
kilos.
was 10 kilo jump for Tom. So obviously
10 kilos, yeah.
Yeah,
that's
he is
22
trying to
pounds.
make up.
Really putting a spread between himself and the rest of the field. You know, the worst thing you could give a fellow competitor is hope. You start dashing those hopes, they start almost conceding, okay, I'm not going to go for the gold, I'm going to protect my silver. A little early to be talking like that, but he's certainly building on his lead.
Yeah,
and he's a big
exactly.
puller.
Yeah, and he's going to be the in the top of this group pulling as well.
So if you're hoping to catch up in the deadlift event, good luck. If he can pull with you and you're at a 40-kilo deficit,
Exactly.
you got to be a
You got to be hoping a lot goes wrong at that point.
Timo Haskinen of Finland, 120 kilo loaded on the bar. Timo taking a 5-kilo jump once again, looking to go 3 for 3 in the bench event. Nope.
Not there.
Too much. 5 kilo can be all the world, especially in the 74-kilo class.
Yeah, and we were expecting only a 2.5 jump on
With pretty much
Finns
everybody,
lifter.
maybe
Yeah.
except for Tom and I believe who was
Yeah,
the
maybe
second?
Langset.
Yeah, Langset, Tom and Norwegian, but besides that, we thought everybody should be 2.5 kilo. Shawn Muir, he is taking a 2.5 kilo jump, competing 20 years, wily veteran of the game, 2 decades of experience. Follow him onto the platform today. He had a tough go, but in his second attempt, 2.5 kilo could be in range.
Guess that I think his right arm locks out a little slower, but let's see. Maybe he can stick with it.
Yeah, that right elbow kind of comes out of position on him, and then he can't lock out that right again.
Oh.
He can't lock out the right, and look at the elbow is way out of position.
Yeah, and the left is already locked out.
It was. If they show the slow mo, you'll see. I mean, there's probably a lot of injuries and stuff going on there, but you see on the right side, that elbow is way out of. It's like his lat locks on him. It brings the elbow away from the bar, so he can't get under the bar to push.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the other arm, you can't see from that angle, was completely locked out already.
Yes.
Which really loads the weight onto that side even worse. But you got 2 out of 3 benches. Okay, so Jason Jackson, we thought 2.5 kilo. He's taking a 2.5 kilo jump. Only walked away with this opener and squat. Could walk away 3 for 3 in the bench. The bench is a tough event to catch up on kilos, but every kilo counts.
Every kilo counts. Yeah. Get the lifts on the board.
17 minutes to make changes for the deadlift.
Oh, it's work, but can he lock it out?
Yeah,
Looks like he does.
It should be okay. Oh, did he lock it early? Or
Did he rack it early?
Yeah,
Oh,
he did. I think.
Darn
Yeah.
it. Just not having a good day with. It's 2.5 kilo, but he gave away 2.5. He worked hard for those 2.5 kilo.
Yeah, it's a little bit of downward movement on the bar.
Yeah, he got 2 different cards, so
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be looking at this contest as disappointment.
yeah. Hopefully he has a big dead day. Now the Mongolian, if he's tired from the jet lag and the time difference, he's not showing it with his tenacity, that's for sure.
Oh, he's an intense lifter, that's for sure.
Heart of a lion.
They may have grabbed that a little early, but I
Yeah, they might
don't
have.
think
I
that's
don't think he's too
an
worried
attempt
about
he's
it.
going to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He obviously is not overly stressed about it. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, I think the jury's going to have a look at it, but I
I don't think he would have
if
got
that
it anyways,
lifter for him to come out to try that again would be just a waste of energy.
I think so too. If I was a Mongolian and I was told you can do it again, I would say, you know what? I think I bit off more than I could chew anyways. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Kind gesture. Pekka
Yes.
Taskinen.
Thank you, but no thank you.
That's right. 130 kilo on the bar. He missed us on the second. Gonna give it a go for his third.
And this was the lifter his butt came off the bench, I believe. Let's see
Big
if I
grind.
can-
We thought maybe he wouldn't come out. Wowzers.
Butt stayed down.
I think his
Looks
butt
good.
stayed down too. Let us eat our
Yes.
words.
Yeah. No, eat your words.
Yeah.
But let's watch it closely. Let's see if we
Yeah,
can see
let's
anything. there.
scrutinize now, right? Yeah, I guess so.
It's hovering.
We want to take it away from him now. How dare you, sir? How dare you? Well, that's 5 more kilo he gets added to his total.
Exactly. And, it
Joran-
keeps him in the mix as well.
Joran Langset, 135 kilo on the bar. The Norwegian won the squat event, took the gold medal from Tom Keenan on body weight.
This lifter will move him, I think, into second place.
He'll take a silver medal here.
Again, very strong.
Yeah, very smooth.
Maybe even some room on that one.
Not a lot, though. I
No,
mean, it's
not a
a
lot.
dicey proposition,
Yeah.
I guess, right? You don't want to get greedy. 5 kilos is a big jump on bench, and that was a 5 kilo jump. But look at his technique. Now, those elbows stay right under the bar, and that's
Yeah.
why he's able to fight it through if he has to.
Yeah, his technique has been really, really good in both squat and bench so
Pretty
far.
much flawless. Couldn't ask for much more. Now, Tom Keen, 152.5. Now, 150 wasn't a crazy fight for him, but he's adding kilos,
Yeah.
grabs another medal, and really pulling away on the total.
Yeah, it's 2.5 more. You don't have the deadlift as well.
That's
if
right.
it comes down to that.
That's right. And Tom strikes me as the type of guy who doesn't pass on many lifts, judging by the squat event. That's pretty smooth.
Yeah, that was easy.
Yeah. You might as well grab those 2.5 kilos if it was that easy.
Exactly.
Make that bench any day. Nice setup there.
So now we're moving into our 83 kilo group.
Yeah, 107.5 kilo getting loaded on bar for Bernard of Germany. Bernard Grendel of Germany. So all of our 74 kilo lifters got their openers. Let's see if our 83 kilo boys have adjusted. And we won't see any more dramatics.
Yes, hopefully this runs smooth. Some people traveling a long ways away. It's a long ways to come and not get a total.
And sometimes, you feel good. You're like, I don't think anything's affecting me until you get under some max weight and you're like, okay, a little too late.
Yeah, it's some bright lights here too as well.
That was smooth. That's what you want an opener to look like, really.
Yeah, as we mentioned, missed his opening squat and it's now just building a little bit of momentum.
Now the Finnish lifter opening with 160 kilo, relatively big. The South African lifter opening with 155 kilo. He also opened very heavy with the squat and didn't move at all from there. The squat, the opener was the only lift he got. So sometimes openers can be deceiving.
Yeah, and these are really big openers as well for this weight class. 155, 160. They're very big.
Yeah. Sometimes lifters don't move a lot, especially in the bench press. Some guys don't want more than a 2.5 kilo to 5 kilo jump. It's just too big of a jump.
Yeah,
with the weight over your chest. They don't like it.
Yeah, we were mentioning squat. It's usually 10 and 5 in the squat, and the bench 5, 2.5 is fairly standard as well. Or 7.5, maybe 7.5, 5, 7.5, 2.5.
That's getting big, yeah. Exactly.
Combination of 10 to 12 kilos. What you're looking at increasing from your opener.
It's rare you'll see a guy like Tom Keen taking a 10 kilo jump, but there's only one Tom Keen. Davrenbek of Kazakhstan, 135 kilo opener, former world champion, looking to regain a title now as a master.
A little bit of a shaky liftoff for him.
Yeah,
Cleaned it up, though, very, very easy opener.
You know, based off of his squat opener, which we thought was incredibly light considering where he ended off, I was expecting he was going to open with the bench, something that he could pause all day, take his time on the way up. He's playing it safe with his openers for
and
sure.
I think he could jump 10 there on that particular lift. Yeah,
he definitely could. And PK Mills, Canada's son and hope in 83 kilo class, Master 1, 135 kilo loaded on the bar.
And I think PK was ranked 6th or 7th at the beginning nominations. He's in 4th right now.
Yeah, he's
so he's moving up, and again, that's making lifts. So let's hope he can keep that going.
And of note as well, his best event's probably the deadlift, so we haven't even seen his best weapon yet.
And that's very easy opener.
That's what you want to see. Yeah. 135 kilo.
It'd be interesting to see what he jumps now, because I think he could jump 7.5 or 10 on that.
Yep.
And again, keeping in mind, hoping everyone else is just going to do that 5 kilo jump, and then you might be able to make up a little more ground.
Cover some quick ground there. Sanaki from Japan, 140 kilo. Munetaka had struggled in the squat event, almost bombed out, pulled it out of the fire with his last attempt. And here he is, survived to see the bench press rounds. Let's see how he handles his opener in the bench. I'm thinking he learned his lesson. Japan is very far away. If Mongolia is around 50 hours, Japan's got to be right up there.
Yes, exactly.
And try cutting weight when you're in the plane that long as well. Good luck. There we go.
Nice opener.
Yeah. And that's what you do. You adjust. Japanese team, they've been around, they're well schooled. You make adjustments when things don't go as planned.
United States of America, 320 pounds, near enough.
Benjamin Rowe of U.S., 145 kilo being loaded on the bar. He had a huge squat.
It's definitely making up some, trying to make up some ground in squat and bench here.
He's a bit of a subtotal guy. Now his deadlift is starting at 240 kilo, considering he finished off the squat at 250 kilo. His game plan looks like build as big of a subtotal as possible and hope nobody pulls the win from you.
Yeah, and again, we don't know what these lifters' traditional attempts are. They could be 20 kilo jumps on their first deadlift, and all of a sudden...
This is also true.
This is a whole new ball game.
Take a look at his nomination, but doesn't always tell the whole story as well. Okay, that was
very easy
really
opener.
Easy. Wow. So his nominated deadlift is 250 kilo.
Okay, so that might be correct.
That would only give him a 10 kilo off of his opener, so I don't know.
Yeah, that could actually be a big opener for him.
Yeah, right. It's hard to tell, because sometimes guys put in their nominated total off a day where they just hit openers and that was it. So maybe he just hit what he needed to hit, send forth those. I guess we'll find out shortly. Now Muhammad of Egypt, 150 kilo.
Lots of very big benchers in this 83 kilo weight class.
Yeah. We're opening pretty high for openers, and they're moving smoothly as well. In the squat, we've seen some scraps, but no major drama here. Arm shake, but sometimes that just happens. Well, it was work, but thin as means.
Yeah, I was
you had seen something.
I was watching really close. I thought there was a couple of little things there. I think they might have called the heave off his chest in the bench there, and there was 2 different red cards. So
yeah.
I didn't see the colors.
For anyone watching, when you get the press command, the bar can't continue to sink after that and heave it. You can sink into the chest, but once they say press, it's got to go up.
It's only one direction it should go.
That's right. 155 kilo being loaded on a bar for Marlon Daniels of the Republic of South Africa.
The bar is loaded. 155 kilos. Marlon Daniels, Republic of South Africa.
Now he had a bit of a scare in the squat.
As well, yes.
I'm expecting he's probably going to have a nice, smooth, easy bench opener and not going to throw himself in the fire again. Okay, that
Very
looked
good bench.
very easy. Good. Save the drama for the third attempt.
Exactly.
You only have so many fights.
Very fast off the chest.
And Pasi Sipilainen with a 160-kilo opener. That's a pretty big opener. He's definitely, well, judging by how well he handles it, one of the favorites to walk off with the gold in the bench event.
Yes, this is a big bench opener for 83-kilo M1 lifter. No lift off.
No, thank you. Oh my gosh.
Very easy.
Wow, Pasi really building that total at this point, isn't he? Based off of his opener on deadlift, already going to be at 667.5 kilo.
Yeah, there's a potential for a 700 kilo total here, I think.
And that would be a world record, I believe.
Bar is loaded.
112.5 kilo for Bernard Grindel of Germany. Yeah, 700 kilo is the world record total, and I think we're going to see it fall today, possibly.
I think we're going to see an attempt at it anyway.
Yeah. Oh, it's a scrap. I don't know. That's coming back down. They should just take it.
So.
Yeah.
Just that little bit too heavy. Maybe a little more power off the chest next time, and that will go. It's a big jump.
Really kind of emptied the tanks there, fighting that one
It's
out.
a big fight too as well. He's holding it there for several seconds.
You know, that lactic acid builds up in those muscles, and they just, especially in the bench press, as you had said, you get so tight. Loader's putting on 140 kilo for Jan Smolczek of Germany.
He's having a really good day so far, making all his attempts.
140 kilos, Jan Smolczek.
Oh, I said Jan, it's Jan. I'm always trying to anglicize these names, aren't I? Long arms.
Again, a nice attempt. I don't think there's any doubt on that one.
Three white lights.
Three white lights.
Good lane for Jan Smolczek of Germany. 142.5
And some room to move as well.
weight on the bar. Gavranga,
Yeah, he's got a little room to work with.
Kazakhstan.
Didn't have to empty the tank to get that one.
Platform twos.
Turakanov from Kazakhstan, 142.5 kilo getting loaded on the bar for him.
He jumped 7.5, which I thought he might go 10, but
He's been a little conservative. We thought he was a little conservative on the squat, but
yes, for sure.
he might be saving it for his dead. He might possibly think he's got to go 9 for 9 for the win. Possibly at least 8 for 8 on the 9th attempt, see what he has to pull.
Again, very easy.
Yep. Very consistent today.
Good lane. Three white lights.
3
Yeah,
whites.
he hasn't worked really hard at any of these lifts so far.
I don't even know if he's got a red.
No, I don't think so.
Platform please on platform two.
Now you get no extra points for getting all whites. He's going to have to work hard if he's going to go for that gold medal,
Boy PK Mills of
because Sipilainen is quietly building a big subtotal.
Yeah, he has 52, just based on openers, 52 kilo lead right now, and I think at this point it might be insurmountable.
Yeah. especially if he's opening with a 280 kilo deadlift.
Yeah.
He would need disaster to strike. PK Mills, 142.5 kilo loaded on the bar. Wow.
Nice and easy again.
Nice.
PK's have some really consistent lifting here today as well.
Yeah, talk about picking up lifts. Yeah, that's how you build a total. Sometimes people want to start so high with their openers and almost take pride in I'm opening with this. It doesn't matter where you start; it matters where you finish.
Exactly. The last lift you make is the one that counts towards your total.
That's right.
Doesn't matter what that first one is.
If the last lift you make is your first one, well,
It's you're in some trouble.
yeah. Tsunaki from Japan, 145 kilo. He had struggled in the squat, rebounded with a fairly smooth opener. Probably
5 kilo. I think that
Yeah.
should be very easy for him.
considering how smooth that 140 was. He could use a couple wins here.
Yeah, but he's ranking right now. He's looking at 5th place overall. Couple of good benches. Might change that a little.
Nicely done.
Very nice bench.
3 white lights.
3 white lights.
And now the ball is rolling. He's got some momentum to play with.
So the Egyptian lifter missed his first attempt at 150, and we think it was for heaving. So let's see if he can fix that up a little.
And hopefully, you know, you have a little dialogue on why you missed it so you can make the adjustments. If you don't, you're likely to repeat it, especially if it's not a strength issue and you don't think you did anything wrong.
Oh, yeah, I think they have the bar loaded incorrectly.
Good catch.
Green in the 2.5 on there. Nope, still need a 2.5.
There we go. He's
There
got
we
it. Yep. Would have been a little heavier
Yeah, on one side.
on one side, no less. Mary Mohammed from Egypt looking to get on the board.
It's the only lifter that hasn't got a bench in here yet.
Whoa!
I don't know if he's going to get that same call again. Potentially. Oh, he just got these. He's on the board. Just got it on one side.
Let's take a look. Yeah, there is a little. So we can't hear the press command. We just see the little heave, and it wasn't as
Yeah.
pronounced that time, though.
No,
right?
it wasn't. No.
So
He's pushed both very smoothly.
yes, he's obviously very strong. 150 kilos, a very nice bench. He's actually fairly deep in the bench event with just that opening weight.
And Benjamin took a big 10 kilo jump here.
Benjamin Rowe of the
You can
U.S.
see number of lifters hitting, going for 147 on their third, hoping for some misses here, I think, to maybe medal in the bench press event.
Now Benjamin might be in the battle for the silver if the Kazakhstan lifter starts picking it up. That was smooth.
Yeah, and I think with that attempt, the top 3 in the bench press event right now will stay the same. The other lifters would have to don't have enough on the bar, with the exception of Mohammed from Egypt, who has gone 155. So if he matches Benjamin Rowe, let's look at body weight here.
He'll
he
take
would
it,
he
yeah.
would take the third. Yeah. So again, it looks like they know how to play the numbers game in the sport.
Marlon Daniels, Republic of South Africa, 160 kilo loaded on the bar.
5 kilo jump. There's no doubt about his first bench.
Yeah, he did not want any more drama. That was pretty well, too.
Yeah, very, very easy. A little bit of a sticking at the top, but sometimes you can muscle through those.
It slowed, but it continued. He's definitely a subtotal guy. He's built for squatting. He's built for the bench press. But when you're thick like he is, getting down for that deadlift can be difficult.
Very, very hard, yeah.
So he's, judging by his opener, he's going to be giving some ground on the deadlift. Pasi Sipalainen of Finland, 165 kilo being loaded on the bar for him right now. And he is starting to run away with it.
Yeah, even, Benjamin Rowe has a very big subtotal, but the openers in the deadlift,
being 40 kilo apart.
Yeah, it could be just academic.
Yeah. Right now, Sipalainen might not even be eyeballing his competition, but he might be eyeballing a world record finish. Pretty wide base. Okay, that was
That's a fight.
Yeah, that was quite a bit more work. Picks it up though.
Yeah,
now, that's a 5 kilo jump. I don't think he's taking another 5 kilo jump.
No, 2.5 on that even will be tough, I think.
Yeah, that might have been the end. We'll see.
With how easy his opener looked, you can see how much 5 kilos can make on the bench press.
Now 112.5 kilo is being loaded once again for Bernhard Grendel from Germany.
Yes, 1 year of competing, and again, hopefully this experience will keep him interested in the sport.
At the age of 48, decided to start his powerlifting career. And here we are at the World Championships.
And again, he could look at building to M2 in a few years, and he might be competitive there.
He's only one year away. Oh, the brakes came on quick.
A little tough, yeah.
Yeah. He had some speed off the chest. But once those brakes came on, that bar was not budging. Now just a small 2.5 kilo jump for Jan Smolchek. 142.5 kilo being loaded on the bar. Jan obviously felt 140 kilo was nearing the end.
Yeah, and I think he's looking at just keeping a really good day going here.
Yeah, sometimes when you're going to be outside the medals, your goal is 9 for 9, pick up a couple PRs, stay in the pocket.
Exactly. We don't know what there could be some records within their own country that could be looking at here.
Yeah, he obviously made it this far through the German nationals. So.
Looks like he's moving well.
Yeah, well
chosen.
No
doubt. Yeah, good attempt.
He's actually made some pretty good choices there. Him
yes,
and
exactly.
his team.
Yeah, he's made all his lifts so far, and there's no real big fights.
No, 6 for 6, and I think you hit the nail on the head right there. He's fresh enough in the deadlifts. By the last deadlift, if he wants to take a stab at something and really push the total a little, he's got the energy for it, and he's played it safe.
Yeah, and exactly, and another goal for some of these athletes could be, I want to finish in the top 5, and I'm gonna make my lifts, and when it comes into my last deadlift, I'm going to try to hit the top 5.
Top 5 in the world, not bad.
Exactly.
Turakhanov of Kazakhstan. Vrambek, 147.5 kilo.
Jump 5 kilos again.
Oh, looks like too much. Better take that.
Yeah, a little late on that right arm.
5 kilo too much, and he's starting to fall back here. He went from being
tucked the elbows a lot at the chest. I think elbows flared too much.
Nice catch by the spotter.
Yeah,
he might actually be pushed off the podium, which is kind of a startling turn of events, given his nominated total was 730 kilo, which probably was an old nominated total, but
Yeah, I'm thinking that might have been a best case scenario from maybe years ago.
Yeah.
That lifter don't look. I mean, he's a good lifter. Don't get me wrong, but he's not in that range.
not in that shape right now. Now PK Mills, 147.5 kilo, getting loaded on the bar for him.
Again, nice and easy.
Yeah, you know what? PK, 6 for 6. And his attempts, and obviously the Canadian national team really analyzes their attempts. Very well chosen. They're getting everything they can out of their lifter without leaving too many kilos on the table.
And that lift at present would openers in the deadlift would put PK now in 3rd place. So he's after moving up about 4 placings since the beginning nominations here.
And as previously said, PK's got a deadlift on him, the current Canadian national champion there. 147.5 kilo for Sanaki of Japan.
Just a reminder, platform 1, 5-minute break, 5-minute break only in between bench and deadlift. Bar is loaded, platform 2, Ron Brinker, USA.
Sanaki is rebounding very well off of that shaky squat event.
And that was stuck to the floor for Ron Brinker by the look of things.
Nicely done. Really staying in the pocket.
Very nice bench.
Really pulled back, staying within his means now, adjusted on the day. I mean, once you put in a big opener and you realize, oh my gosh, this is going to take everything I have, you can't lower it, so you got to ride it through.
Exactly.
But once you enter into the other events, now you can adjust.
Exactly.
The weights.
Don't push it anymore. Just get out there and make lifts, especially that first one. You need to be on the board.
Marie Mohammed of Egypt, 155 kilo, being loaded on the bar. He had missed his opener, came back, hit it in the second. We thought there might be a little heaving. Tighten that up for a second attempt. For his third, let's see if it takes any major heaves. He's fighting to get. Let's put him in the bronze position.
I think this would put him in the bronze
On body
at
weight.
present.
Yeah, at present. Yeah, still 3 lifts to go after this.
Yeah. So let's see.
Fighting to move into the bronze. Oh, he's a scrapper. Nope.
Yeah.
And the spotters are quick in there.
Yeah. So our last 3 benchers will be the.
No major shift, but you know what? He might as well have gone for it. It wasn't crazy.
This was a good call.
Yeah, he got it off the chest, and if you're in range for a medal at the IPF World Championships, go for it by all means.
Bar is loaded, platform 2, Mikael Bernard. Bar is loaded, platform 1, Benjamin Rowe.
Benjamin Rowe of the U.S., 160 kilo. That is
And these next 3 lifters, 3 very big benches for this weight class.
Rewarded with 3 white lights for Mikael. A good lift, 210, next weight on the bar, Michael Cagliola, USA, platform 2. 30 seconds, platform 1.
controlled descent.
Strong off the chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks good.
Slow that lockout, but he should have it. And
Yeah,
3
3
for
white lights.
3. Wow.
Yeah, very strong.
He's picking up the kilos, looking for a podium finish. He looks more and more like a solid favorite for that silver medal. I think the scrap might be for the the bronze. We have a few guys very close for the bronze. One of them being, is that PK Mills?
PK
Yeah.
is in 3rd right now with total based on openers.
And going into his favorite event,
Again, I'm sure he's happy with positioning right now.
Marlon Daniels, Republic of South Africa, 162.5 kilo on the bar. This is where he's going to make his headway. He's opening way below on the deadlifts.
Oh, little too much.
And those,
Again, he had a little trouble at the top of the last one, and I think
Yeah.
that was the stalling point here. Because come off his chest relatively fast.
And ththose spotters, watch them jump in there before it even gets to his chest, and it tumbles quickly.
Exactly.
Doing a great job on platform 1.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard job, and the crew here are doing a great job.
Yeah, people don't notice when you do your job right. They only notice when the spotters do a mistake, right? No matter how many good catches you have. Pasi Sipalainen of Finland, 167.5 kilo being loaded on the bar for him.
Listen, at this point, he already has the gold medal. But certainly adding precious kilos if he's looking at that total record.
Yeah, that gold medal for the bench press is already his. But like you said, there's a bigger picture here. 2.5 kilo towards the total will help. Very strong bench setup. Oh, it's a fight. Nope, better grab it.
His left foot slipped, I think, and
did it?
from off balance, yeah.
Because that bar shifted right over towards his head.
Yeah, and that's what happened.
Let's take a look here. Yeah, you see how wide his base is. That foot shifts.
And right
Yeah,
there,
you've seen it.
And immediately the bar drifted.
All she wrote, I'm sure, with that kind of weight over your head, that kind of pressure, foot shift could be the end of it. So there you have it. We had some big scraps here in the 74 and 83 kilo classes. Do not go anywhere. We're going to take a short 5-minute break, return for the deadlifts. We're going to have some fight for some gold in the 74 kilo. And it looks like the 83 kilo, we have some big pullers and possibly some world record attempts. Do not go anywhere. From Six Pack Lapidat and Jeff Butt. And welcome back to the action on Platform 1, Calgary, Canada. The 74 and 83 kilo events are coming into the deadlifts. Six-pack Rapidat. I am here in the booth with Jet Butt, 8-time national champion.
Yes.
2-time North American champion. 6-time world medalist.
Yes.
Referee, coach for the Canadian national team, and now commentator. And loving father.
Yes. At least all those.
At least all those. All right, so we're going to start off in the 74 kilo class, 215 kilo being loaded on the bar. Langset of Norway has found himself somewhat falling behind Tom Keane, and that's a tough position to be in because Tom Keane has quite the deadlift on him, doesn't he?
Yeah, and again, with the nominations, I think there was some expectations he'd be a much bigger deadlifter, and I'm wondering if he is struggling with some type of an injury.
Yeah, he's got a nominated dead of 260. That's far away from 215. Listen, wow, okay, that was easy.
And it looked really easy.
But that's a big jump and spread, although some guys like to do that in deads.
Yeah, and he could be looking at like just doing too conservative and going for the win on his third.
That's
Who
right.
knows?
However, if he allows Tom to pull heavier than him on the second attempt, Tom gets to put in his
attempt last.
Yeah,
Yes.
and see. But obviously, you could change your last deadlift attempt. We'll see what happens.
Exactly. Yeah.
We can
Tom
foresee
can
a little.
force him anywhere then.
Yeah, we can see a little strategies going to come into play later on. Shawn Muir of Australia, 225 kilo opener.
225 kilos. Ron Brinker approaching bar. Platform 2, 185 kilos.
Shawn's had a solid day so far. No major struggles there.
There you go. It's a good opener.
3 white lights.
3 white lights. Yeah, Lancet jumped 20 kilos from his opener to his second.
It's a big jump. Will he go from 235 to 260? I guess 25 kilos not completely out of range, but
Yeah, and is he looking at something else here? Is he looking at just stay on the podium and do what he got to do there, or is he going to take a look at whatever else is going on? We'll see.
his nominated total was 612 and a half.
And that's 22 kilos away from where he stands right now.
Yeah. So maybe he does take that big jump. Pekka Taskinen of Finland. Well, 230 looks like some work for an opener.
Yeah.
Perhaps a little fatigue catch.
Very, very technical deadlift. Looks like he's limping away a little bit, so I wonder if there's a small injury there or something.
You do get banged up. You're pushing yourself in the squats. You're pushing yourself on the bench, especially at the World Championships.
In the 59s for Slavomir Shreds.
Now Jackson from the U.S. is going to open up with 235 kilo. He left the squat event with a lot less kilo than he wanted. He's entering the deadlift event far behind, although he was entering this competition as one of the favorites for the podium. Let's see if he takes a conservative opener and really tries to cover some ground in second and third deads. Might be too little too late.
Yeah, he got a lot of work to just even get on the podium at this point. It's going to be a difficult proposition for him.
And Jason Jackson. Wow.
Very easy opener.
If you get points for vascularity, he should be picking them up. 3 whites.
3 white lights and a good lift for Jason. Platform 1, 240 kilos next weight on the bar. Platform 1, 8 backs on Guija. Australia, 250 next weight on the bar.
And 240 kilo being loaded on the bar for the Mongolian. Also had a rough squat event, rebounded nicely in the bench press event. Failed his last bench, but at the very least registered a couple first.
Bar is loaded, platform 2, Michael.
Let's see how he handles this opener.
Getting very fast off the floor, slow lockout, which is not a traditional way to see a sumo deadlift.
And the war cries and cheers even on his openers. You know, it's kind of an all or nothing type of lifter, isn't he?
Yeah, it looks like he puts it out there, that's for sure. I've seen this lifter a few times, and
He puts it out there. Now, Tom Keene, 240 kilo opener. And we're thinking this is definitely weight he can handle with.
yeah, this should be an easy opener for Tom.
Bar is loaded, platform 2, 225, Roger Hamilton Smith, Great Britain.
Oh, wow. There's actually a little bit of work.
Not really easy, no.
Perhaps a little fatigue from those rough squats he had? Or?
Yeah, it's a little sticky there in the middle. He got 3 weights, and hopefully, maybe just make a couple of smaller jumps there for Tom would be
He better.
the best means.
Yeah. Just do what he has to protect that lead. Perhaps scrapping it out for that 2.5 kilo in the squats. Drained a little energy. 5 kilo jump. That's probably pretty much.
Yeah, that's a good choice there for Tom. And I think Tom will pull through with that and just continue to keep that lead and just watch for anyone that might be ready to make a stab at it.
Timo Haskinen, 252.5 kilo opener. Pretty big opener. Wow. And he handles it very smoothly.
His arms are below his knees.
That helps.
Yeah, it helps for deadlift. It's not great for bench.
So the quick turnaround with only 7 lifters in this flight is not going to help Tom if he's fatiguing at all.
Yeah, at this point, it's just try to conserve your energy.
Maintain your lead. You don't have to necessarily
go out, sit down, and just relax.
Yeah. His lead right now is fairly sizable. Looking at 40 kilo. Right there.
Yes.
40 kilos. That's pretty big.
Yeah, it's just you just got to coast now, and unless the Norwegian got something really big, he could pull
232.5. Shawn Muir.
Nice job, nice.
Picks up 3 white
very
legs.
nice deadlift. Shawn's always a good deadlifter.
235 being loaded on the bar for Langset from Norway.
235 kilos, next one to the bar. Jordan Langset of Norway.
He's trying to close the gap a little bit here. Now, if you're any of these other lifters and you've seen the Tom Keene opener, is it giving you a little bit of hope and you're thinking, let's
You might be looking at what have I got to put on the bar to beat him with his opener only.
But he has, maybe that's it because he has such a big lead. Okay,
Again, that's
Langset.
still very easy.
Yeah. He's got a lot more in the tank, and he's resting at 590 kilo total now with that. Starting to see how if Tom misses a second, you can foresee possibly somebody sneaking up on him.
I could see Lancet taking a stab at that at this point.
And who would have thought possibly the Mongolian? Things could get interesting. It depends on how his second attempt goes.
Lanx has a little lighter than Tom on body weight as well, so basically has the time. Tom has 6:12 on the board.
Pekka Taskinen from Finland, 237.5 kilos.
And had a rough opener.
Slow and steady.
Should be a good lift. Definitely, he's at the cusp of his top lift there now.
I'd have to agree. You know what? He's grabbed his back. I think you've seen him limp off previously, and now he just grabbed his back. I think all up and down the chain on the one side, he's experiencing some issues. And here we are already with Tom Keene. I was telling you about the quick turnaround. I swear it's been only 2 minutes since he deadlifted.
Exactly.
If you're feeling fatigued, this is a rough.
If Tom can make this one, I think, again, Langsett has put in a 250 on his last attempt here. If Tom can make this one, it could make life very difficult.
Tom knows the charge that Langsett's making, and he knows what this deadlift could be. That gnarling catches his knee sleeves. Did you see that? Oh,
Let's see what
he gets it. I think he's got it. Oh, no.
Yeah.
If you watch you're not going to hear it. The gnarling actually catches his knee sleeve right there and then right there. And you actually see the knee sleeve move up
Exactly.
as though he's sliding it on further. That's friction you really don't need. I mean, when it was that close. I'm not sure why people wear knee sleeves in the deadlift. It might have cost Tom Keene, but he's got a lead.
Yeah, Langsett will have to go 257.5 now if Tom missed his last attempt to take the win. So
Jason Jackson, 250 kilo.
Tom put his attempt up a little bit, so he must feel confident he can come back and get that.
Jason Jackson. Absolute beast of a man. 250 kilo. Whoa, it's heavy though, isn't it? He's revving that engine for that 250. I think he's going to get it, but it's
good, yes.
One hell of a fight.
Dude, did he lock it out in the end? Let's see.
Oh, that's heartbreaking. When you fight that hard, he's had bad luck this competition.
So one referee called shoulders not locked out, the other one
he looks like he's
supporting. But
looks like
I
he's
don't
posing
know
at
if
a
he did either.
Looks like he's posing at a bodybuilding contest. Yeah, no, what?
Soft lock.
Yeah, okay. Mongolian, also going for 250, never lacking in intensity. Wow.
Looks like a good lift.
I think I like this guy.
Yeah.
I think I like this guy. I like what he brings to the table. And Timo Haskinen from Finland, a 262.5 kilo second attempt.
Timo's always been a great deadlifter. And, it hasn't changed. 262 is his second attempt. For his opener, this should be a very easy lift as well.
Yeah, no major troubles. 10 kilos should not break the bank here. Timo Haskinen.
Okay, bar is loaded. Lewis Knockers.
We got two Finns here. As expected, it was work, but
Good, yeah. Still got 5'7", I think, on there.
yeah.
If he can grind it all, and I think he can from what I remember in the past.
Everything you've got. You folks will carry the hope. 240 kilos on the bar on the shoulder. Come on, yes. 20 seconds. No lift, unfortunately. He literally gave that everything. Is he okay?
And just so everyone knows, we actually have action on the other platform here, 66 kilo and 59 kilo Master 1s on platform 2. Also available on YouTube if you want to toggle over there. But the action is heating up on platform 1.
Yes, Lancet has put in the attempt to overtake Tom if he can make his last deadlift, and Tom misses his.
Well played.
Yeah, Tom has reverted back to the 245 again, which is what he needs to do at this point to playing a numbers game. But
And that's good, obviously, by the Canadian team. Paying attention. Don't put anything more than you need on that bar. I hope Tom actually sheds those knee sleeves.
yeah, and I think with his first attempt too, there was a little bit of stickiness in the middle, and I think that
You could-
might have come off the knee sleeves as well.
You could actually see it in the slow-mo where it catches, goes up, catches again, and goes up. And it was at the lockout.
Can we have medical on platform 2? Medical on platform 2.
242.5 kilo, getting loaded on that bar for Pekka Taskinen of Finland.
Immediately.
And already you see the national team coaches
Bar is loaded, platform 1, 2.
breaking into the strategy, changing the final deadlift attempts.
Yes, and Taskinen came in for his 30. He's had a couple of rough lifts, I think, and I think he's battling some injuries.
He, nonetheless, is going to try to pull for a bronze medal here. No,
Yeah,
a little too much.
Just too much today. Yeah.
And you know what? I think he hit the nail right in the head with he's injured, dealing with these, figured load what I got to do to pull for that bronze. If I get it, amazing.
And if I don't, we're
Yeah,
good.
we're no worse for wear. Well chosen final attempt. If anyone's wondering why he loaded a weight he couldn't even budge, well, that's why. You got a chance for a podium finish, you take it every time. Now, Shawn Muir of Australia, 245 kilo loaded on the bar, 20-year veteran, rail technician.
And again, in this group, 74 kilos, there's a lot of big deadlifters here.
Yeah. Especially for 74 kilo masters. The weight these men have already put up.
And it's been a very fast day for them as well, with only 7 in their group. But
Yeah.
the other group was not a huge group. They've been working at a breakneck pace here.
Very fast turnaround. This is going to be a dramatic finish. Whoa, he's pulled out of position early.
I think that's what you got there. You got people are just trying to see if they can break into those medal positions there now.
Okay, so is this a make or break, do you think? I mean, obviously it depends if Langset can get his dead and it's a big jump, but his Langset's deadlift is below his previous best. It
Yeah.
should be within his means. Is this a make or break for Tom Keane, do you think?
I think if he makes it, I think he will. I think this will be enough to. And the knee sleeves have come off. So,
Attaboy.
and I think Tom was going to come out and pull this.
I think that might, well, hopefully he didn't expend too much energy on his previous attempt, but yeah, I'm glad those knee sleeves popped off. Woo. Maybe the Canadian team's listening to the commentary.
Maybe.
Hopefully he's still fresh enough.
Looks like it's good.
Oh, that's all he needed. That's all he needed. And the white lights.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think the lesson for the day is
No knee sleeves.
when you deadlift, yeah.
Maybe even conventional. But
Maybe
definitely not if
conventional,
you're
yeah. Unless you just like a challenge, well, let's add a little friction. Dramatic fashion if Tom Keane walks away with this world
And
championship.
as I suspected, Lancet just dropped from
Yeah.
257.
So
He's
that-
262 was probably out of his reach.
And if he doesn't protect the silver, he's in trouble as well. I mean, it's not
Exactly.
like the Mongolians that far behind. So he concedes the gold, decides I'd rather defend the silver. The Mongolian's nipping at his heels. Whoa, the Mongolian just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. We got some jockeying around. The national team coaches are getting into the strategy now. 15 kilo jump, 250 kilos on the bar. Should be within his means.
Yeah, this should be okay.
He's estimating the Mongolian doesn't have it in him to take his title.
Exactly.
His medal. Yeah, nicely done.
Yeah. That's 250 at 257.
Yeah.
262, I think, would have been a lot to negotiate for him today.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth, if you think it's within reach, easier to go to sleep at night knowing at least you took a stab at the world title when it was your shot. But if it's just beyond, yeah, you stay within your means. Jason Jackson, 250 kilo loaded on the bar. He had missed this. We weren't entirely sure why. Lockout. Shoulders, knees, soft knees. Yeah, it was lockout if I remember correctly. And he's having a bit of a rough day. He looks strong. He's game. Just sometimes in sports, calls don't go your way. Do not forget to clasp your belt. That's one. Doesn't need any more bad luck. Oh, he's strong. The engine, though.
Yeah,
I think he had emptied his gas tank.
Yeah, the last one was a tough pull, and
it's kind of heartbreaking when you grind.
It's hard to come back, from that.
When you grind as much as he did, and then have it taken away from you, it's a little discouraging as well when you know you got to get back in there. We have another attempt change, I'm being told here about the screen.
Yeah, the Mongolian is looking to move in third place, I believe. Or second place, sorry.
But that would give them a 600 kilo. Or are they defending against... Wait a second, so why... What's going on there? Because Langset finished with 605. If he gets this pole, he'll get 600.
Oh, yeah.
But...
he could be pulling for the deadlift. No?
Oh.
Yeah, the 262, but still, again, I don't know why
it's more than he needs.
Yeah, again, like I think Mongolians are very, very new to lifting, and that could be a...
Not necessarily looking at the big
mathematical mistake there, I believe.
Maybe.
Yeah, didn't move
he laughs it off. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered anyways. And Timo Heiskanen, the thing is, the Mongolian, if he lifted far less, might have defended that bronze, and he might have just shoved himself off of the podium.
Yeah.
He didn't need too much.
No.
He only needed 2.5 kilo.
Exactly.
I don't know why that was not a good tactical move.
Yeah. I don't know what that
You're at a loss for words, my friend. You live and learn.
Because even if he was looking at a gold medal in the deadlift, he would have had to go 265. So the math don't work for me.
Yeah. Well, you live and learn, I'm sure. And Timo Heiskanen, now the door is open for him just to step on the podium. The Mongolian's miscalculation is his good fortune. By all means, earlier in the deadlift, I would not have thought he ended up on the podium, but he is really going to take advantage of his good fortune here.
Yeah, exactly. Or he has the opportunity to take advantage.
Has the opportunity anyways, that's right. He did do the proper calculations. Nope.
Yeah, it's a little too much today.
He might as well have done it, though. If you seen it get stapled to the ground, like, why would he go for that? Because, again, he had a chance for a podium finish.
Podium finish, yes.
Why not?
Showing respect for the weight. I like that.
Yeah, I'm sure the Finnish team was like, oh, the Mongolians left the door open for us. So now, 160 kilo being loaded on bar. We're back in the 83 kilo class. And Bernard Grendel from Germany. Gonna open this up.
160.
160 is the weight on the bar for Bernard. Prepare Marlon and Jan.
So looking at the projected, Sippalainen looks a comfortable gold medal, although we were saying that with Tom Keenan, it came right down to the last lifting. Exactly. Very dramatic. So,
yeah, if you don't make his third,
yeah.
If he didn't make his third, I think Langset could have pulled that 257.5, and
yeah, would have been. Yeah.
But I was confident once Tom took those knee sleeves off, he would finish that lift.
Yep. Nice 160 there, double overhand.
Yeah, nice lift. Nice and easy.
Nice over the bend.
It's good that even in the heat of battle, Tom's able to make these adjustments and feel it. Sometimes you don't even know what went wrong, right? And you're like, hey, take these bad boys off me. We got all of 2 minutes to strip these knee sleeves off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'd be worried about is if there was enough time to actually
I
do
know.
it back there.
Honestly, when you're that
Put your
sweaty,
shoes back on.
if you haven't tried to take on and off knee sleeves, competition knee sleeves, when they're that tight and you're that sweaty at the end of the day, I'm sure the scene back there would have been straight out of a movie.
Frantic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I wish we had a camera back there sometimes. 200 kilo on the bar for the South African lifter Daniels. We had said he's more than likely a subtotal guy, and we'll see how the 200 kilo moves for him. Moved well.
Very easy opener.
Yep.
You might see a big jump on that 15 to 20.
Yeah. He can cover some ground. Now,
Problem is, in this weight class, you have several people that are opening with the 240s, 250s.
Yeah,
So it kind of it's hard to negotiate 40 kilos.
We even have someone opening with 280, which I got to see. So Jan Smolchek of Germany, 230 kilo. Now he's been 6 for 6, if I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah, he's made all his attempts and probably with room to spare on some. So let's see if he can keep that momentum going. Very easy
that
deadlift.
was easy.
Very strong.
Probably keep his hands in a little closer. He's a little spread out. But he's on the board.
Yeah, he's got a total at his Worlds.
The bar is loaded. 230 kilos. Mulitaka Sanaki.
So once we get past this lifter now, everyone will be in the 240 plus range.
Yeah, we're getting heavy already. 230 kilo for Sanaki from Japan. Really turned the day around after a rough squat session. Still a little early to see how the podium's going to completely shake up. You do see some moving and shaking.
Yeah, the first and second deadlift attempts usually tell a bit of a story to us.
Yeah.
If the lifters are going to make the big jumps or if they're sticking with their 10, 12 jumps. So you see South Africa, jump 15.
As you had suspected.
Yeah, small checks 15.
Yep. And the
Red Mills 12 and a half.
The Japanese lifter got a decent, smooth opener. Yeah, and PK Mills, you were saying, likes to make some pretty big jumps?
Yeah, generally speaking, PK will. I think he'll. He right now with openers, he's tied with the Kazakhstan lifter. They both have 622. So I know with the PK's deadlift, he'll put a lot of pressure on the Kazakhstan lifter for the bronze medal.
And Benjamin Rowe from U.S., 240 kilo loaded on the bar for his opener. Benjamin had a pretty big 250 kilo squat.
That's a little bit of a rough opener.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying, where his nomination was 250.
Yeah, and so that looks. Yeah, and he actually got a red light there on that lift.
I mean,
so we could actually see the Kazakhstan lifter or PK Mills taking a run at that second place.
Yeah. And, it's not often 83 kilo you see guys squatting and deadlifting the same weight. Usually that's the bigger frame fellas.
Exactly, yes.
But at the very least, if you got to deadlift your squat, he does have a 250 kilo squat, so. And a big bench. Mohammed from Egypt, 240 kilo.
It's a very, very easy opener.
Yeah.
He's a very strong guy. I think with
Very
some work he could
yeah, you see
put
that
some
was
pressure on some of these lifters.
That was all back on that deadlift. I mean, the
Exactly.
levers are all out of place. Still nailed that.
Yeah, and looked like lots of room to spare.
Yeah.
So here's the Kazakhstan lifter, and
Turakanov.
PK taking the 250 as well also keeps him in a position where he always gets to pull last. So I assume whatever this lifter puts in a second attempt, PK will maintain that 2.5.
Yeah.
He might even go to 5 to try to get in the second or the bronze place position, and then just maintain the same jumps as the Kazakhstan lifter.
It's a good strategic move. That was nice.
Nice and smooth. Definitely didn't overwhelm me with how fast it was.
No. You know what? He kind of shook something off on his left arm and then let out a little yell. I think he might be dealing with some issues here. See there?
I see it on the replay. Yeah.
And then he screamed. I don't know if he's got. I mean, based off his nomination, these weights are far below what he has done. Neither here nor there. I'm sure some of these other gentlemen aren't 100%.
No, if you're here at Worlds, there's a good chance that a high percentage here are battling some type of injury or another.
That's sports for you. Now, PK Mills, 250 kilo. This is really his wheelhouse, the deadlift event.
Yeah, this should be an easy opener for PK. Just bend over and pick it up.
3 bites.
Yep. The lifter from Kazakhstan jumped 10 kilos. I expect PK would jump 12.5. And
especially seeing as how the Kazakhstan lifter looks to be dealing with some type of injury. I think he's going to start slowing down a lot quicker than PK.
Move yourself into that position now and deal with the numbers on the third deadlift.
Pasi Sipilainen, 280 kilo opener. This guy is possibly in range for that total world record.
Really big opener.
Let's see how he deals with it. Holy moly.
Very easy. I was expect to see the Finnish lifters, especially in the lighter bodyweight, come out and be a sumo lifter, very wide sumo, and he comes out with a conventional pull.
Now, the way he moved that, you got to double check if that was misloaded. Wowzers. He has a lot left in the tank.
Yeah, that looked very good. Again, with you stating earlier that 700 is the total, I definitely think that's within in reach here.
The German's going to take 172.5 kilo for his second attempt.
And if you have it right in front of me, what is the deadlift record in this class?
You know what? It was the open world record. Last year at the Worlds, a Master 1 lifter broke the open world record with his deadlift, so it's going to be way into 700s. I'll double check right now. But it's going to be something ridiculous, I can tell you that right now.
So he will have to beat the record then by probably 2.5 kilos.
325 kilo.
Ooh.
That might be a little out of reach. That opener moved well, but maybe not that well.
Yeah, I don't think that's there.
Yeah.
And he only jumped to 290 on his second, which I think is very conservative. He might be saving it all for the third, though.
Yeah, just trying to maintain his lead, and then he can go all out. Just throw the nail in the coffin and get that gold medal around your neck. Now Grendel from Germany. Double overhand hook grip. It's worked, but he's got some room to spare.
Got a little room to spare. He looks very controlled in his deadlifts.
3 white lights and a good lift at 172.5 for Bernard. 250.
And PK Mills did exactly what I expected. With the 12.5 kilo.
Yeah. And like you said, in terms of strategy, it's a good strategy to have. So you know what you have to pull to hit that platform.
Yeah, and right now, both him and the Kazakhstan lifter sitting at 630. And if Benjamin Rowe don't make any more lifts and stays at the 240, then we definitely have a couple of those guys looking at potentially pulling into second place.
Yeah, the whole field just opens up. Marlon Daniels, 215 kilo on the bar.
Some people think there's not much drama in lifting, and but if you know how to look at the scoreboard and watch what's happening, there's drama happening all the time.
That's why it's good to have a commentator and suppose it's just live stream, so you understand the jockeying around and positioning. And I mean, imagine watching a basketball game and not knowing what the score is.
Yes, exactly.
It's just a bunch of guys running around with a ball. So Daniels gets a second attempt, and nobody has missed a lift yet.
We have our 242.5.
Some discussion here. I'm not sure what the issue might be.
This will be 245 getting
245,
loaded.
so they need a 10 kilo. This is not right on the side unless there's something amiss.
This should be 242.5 kilos.
Oh, maybe it was a wrong attempt. I think, yeah.
Announcer said this should be
242.
242.5.
But what it's showing is 245. So, and they're loading 245 right now.
I'm sorry, guys, the loading screen isn't going to tell you what to load. You're going to have to work it out yourselves.
Yeah, so they need a 5.2 and a 1 1/4 on the side of his 242.
Or 245. They're just working it out right now. Anyways, it's Jan Smolchek from Germany who's going to be taking this attempt.
And so they're just trying to negotiate this, see what the lifter actually put in.
You know, a little moment reprieve for the lifters. We said how quickly he is moving. And now they get a couple minutes rest. So is this 242 being loaded?
Yeah, it's 242
Okay.
being loaded. So there must have been some type of small mistake somewhere in which maybe the scorers read the cards wrong.
Yeah. Been fixed before the lifter ever got on the platform anyways, which is good. And actually it's Sanaki who's going to attempt
Yes,
this.
so it's not the German lifter. It's coming up now.
Snacky gaining a little steam here. Hasn't missed a lift since his second attempt. And if he goes 7 for 9, finish with a decent day.
Yes, for sure. I'm sure he's disappointed with the squat, but he's still here fighting and representing his country. So I'm sure he's happy about that end of it.
I think he's good for it. And he is.
Yeah, very, very good deadlift.
Yeah, very consistent since then.
Please now load them up to 245 kilos for Jan Smolchek.
You know, you can only eat the food that's available on that day, even if you come in with certain aspirations, different variables, can change the game. And 245 this time will be loaded.
And this
For
is for
Jan
Smolchek now
Smolchek.
from Germany? Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
A slight break.
Looks like this is a really big PB for him. Previously, 217.5 kilo.
Yeah, I wonder if it was a situation where he didn't need to lift really, really big at a national championships or something.
Yeah.
Because he looks very strong and he hasn't struggled with any lifts so far.
Yeah, he probably just hit up when he needed to qualify.
Very tall lifter too, as well. He could easily move up to the next weight class and put on some good muscle size.
Yeah, for 83 kilo.
Ooh,
Wow, that's a down up though.
yeah, little dip there. I think I'm not sure he's going to get that one.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be surprised he's not either. And
Yeah, hopefully he can come back and clean that up.
yeah, his hands are so far away from his body. His base is so spread for a conventional. It's hard to get tight like that when you spread yourself out.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Tight is the name of the game for all of the lifts.
550 pounds, 250 kilos.
So Benjamin Moreau now 250. We thought his 240 was a little rough. So let's see what he does here.
This is the same dead he put on his nomination, so he's hit it before. Difference being now he squatted 10 kilo more earlier today than he did before when he hit 250. So let's see what that squat took out of him.
I think this will do a lot towards solidifying second place for him.
It'll definitely help his cause. Locks those lats in. He's got good form on his deadlift. It's slow, but it's moving steadily. Oh, nicely done.
Definitely a rough lift, but I think it should be good.
You know what?
Yeah, 3 weights.
Considering what his 240 looked like, I mean, maybe this is just kind of what his deadlift.
He could, yeah. That's just his form, yeah. He does stay in his form don't fluctuate much.
He stays in the pocket, so to speak. He doesn't get jockeyed around, keeps a flat back, shoulders back. Now, a little bit of a stark contrast with the Egyptian. He's a little wild with his technique, but he's all heart and got a whole lot of horsepower.
Yeah, very, very, very strong man.
Look for his shoulders to slump forward in the background. But, damned if he's strong, matches the American.
Yeah, very, very good lift.
Yeah, so Rowe is just going to go 5 kilo. Probably a good jump.
Yes, yeah. At this point, by making that lift, I think he's put to second place out of reach now for the Kazakhstan and for PK Mills, and I think now PK Mills just needs to concentrate on maintaining that third place. So if Turkanov makes this lift, whatever his jump is, PK matches that jump and pulls to stay in bronze position.
Okay, the bar is loaded. 257.5 kilos. Kazakhstan.
I believe when the IPF was first opening their classic division, they started in 2012. They had a World Cup just to test it out first.
Yes.
And I believe it was this Kazakhstan lifter who won in the 83 kilo open.
Ah, okay.
A little trivia for you. And then the very next year was the World Championships. I think he took a silver and nice lockout.
Oh,
Wow.
it looked a little better, I would say, than his first.
Let's see if his... He walked away, no curse words, no... no...
Well, we don't know.
Sign.
He said something. We don't know if it was a curse word or not.
That's right. That's the benefit of coming from Kazakhstan. Everybody knows English. You got to swear in French. So maybe he's not ready to give up that bronze medal just yet.
He doesn't look like it.
We could have a fight for that bronze, but I tell you what, PK Mills is good for a fight. 262.5 kilo loaded on the bar. He wants to maintain the heavier dead, as you said. Wants to pull last.
Yeah, so as long as he pulls this, I assume he will put in and match the lift of the Kazakhstan lifter, which now is 275. So
That's
maybe
a big jump.
Maybe he won't.
That is a big jump. He must be confident.
I don't know if he's confident. He might be putting this in just to
move it around.
Move it around. Yeah.
Good strategy. Like I said, the Kazakhstan lifters no newbie when it comes to the World Championships.
They're very good at numbers manipulation.
PK. Nicely done. He's got some room in the tank as well.
So I think PK could actually put some pressure back on them now by putting in 277.5, and again, just maintaining I get to pull last. So if he's putting in a fudge number at this point, at some point in time, he has to drop it back to where he thinks he can actually lift the weight.
And PK on his nomination has 275, 277 definitely in range. Obviously, it's only 2.5 kilo more. So
yes,
it's not something out of anything that's realistic for him.
And I think PK has pulled 280, maybe even 282 in the past. So
I believe so. Yeah. I think that's the Canadian record, and he owns it.
Yes. So again, we'll see what how this shakes out. But my move right now would be put in 277.5 and make the Kazakhstan pull first. And PK went 280, which is okay as well, as long as you get to make that last pull. Yeah.
Sipilainen from Finland, 290 kilo. I'm not expecting too much of a struggle. Well, it's more.
Yeah.
It's still within. Look how long his arms are. Look like he can scratch his knees while standing up.
Yeah. Good lift.
And yeah, there's absolutely no doubt at this point. I would say he's going to walk away with the overall gold. What is in question is he going to take a stab at that world record?
Yeah, it's. I think he would have to go 310 at this point.
And previously, he has. Let's see here. Well, he has 297.5 on his nomination, so it might be a big ask.
Yeah, his first looked really good. That one looked to be a little more questionable. I think 300 is there. 310 might be a little bit much, but we'll see. He's 300
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
That'd be my attempt if I had an opportunity to go for the world record.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if I'd tack another 10 on there, maybe.
If you were coaching him, though, that would be what you would suggest?
Yeah. He and again, I don't think anyone's going to be catching up to him at this point. So it's he had some room spare on some of the other lifts too. So
Bernard from Germany, 277.5 kilo loaded on the bar for him. Looking to go 3 for 3. Piecing together a decent day. Double overhand hook grip. Oh, it's definitely worked though, isn't it? Nope.
yeah, it's a little too much today. Well, hopefully he enjoyed the experience of competing for his country at Worlds, and we'll see him back again.
And moving to Marlon Daniels of Republic of South Africa, 220 kilo loaded on the bar. Just a 5 kilo jump from his second attempt.
And again, we have 7 lifters here in this class, totaling over, or in the potential of totaling over 600 kilos. So again, that's a lot of really, really good lifting in one weight class.
This is actually going to be a 5 kilo personal best for Marlon.
Okay, the bar is loaded. 220 kilos, Marlon Daniels, South Africa. Come on, Marlon. Let's see it. Come on.
Looks like Marlon's trying to move up one placing.
Nope.
Not today.
No lift, unfortunately.
No, he's kind of grabbing his back there. I think things getting a little too tight and jammed up. Now, Jan Schmolchek of Germany going to have another run at 245 kilo.
Let's see if he can clean up the lift a little bit. Just a little bit of a hitch above the knee, I think, on the last one, and it's definitely within his strength range, I think.
Yeah, I think he just tightens up, brings his feet in a little, brings his hands in, and he spreads himself out quite a bit. I don't think he's going to make all those adjustments between 2 attempts at the World Championships. That's you don't reconfigure your deadlift that quickly.
Yeah, exactly. When you
in the long run.
Yeah, I don't want to coaching somebody and you see a lot of problems with someone. You just start coaching. So I'm going to look at one problem at a time and deal with that one first.
Yeah.
He did move his feet in a shade, though.
Let's see if his hands come in a little bit. You know, I mean, when you look at, for instance, Sippalainen, how his hands are right against him, no
exactly,
distance.
Very compact.
Yeah, compact yourself, get tight. It's hard to. That's a pretty big.
He's still wide, yeah.
Yeah, you can't get.
Definitely a better lift this time. Yeah.
Off of intensity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think actually 252 might have been there had not that little blip on his second attempt.
Yep.
8 for 9 day at a Worlds. I'm sure he'll take it. Lots of big PBs there.
And 250 being loaded for Sanaki of Japan.
Yeah, it's a good jump. I thought he had more than, let's say, the standard 5.
Anything is possible at this stage of the game. Bar is loaded, 250 kilos.
So Sanaki is going to finish off the podium, but has rebounded from a shaky squat session in which he faced late elimination, pulled it out at the last minute with his last squat, had everybody on their feet watching that one, and ever since has not missed a single lift.
Yeah, he's really made a really good comeback here. Looks good.
Nicely done.
Oh, maybe a soft bend on that knee.
The right knee?
Let's see, yeah.
I think I saw that too, but
No, 3 weights. Good.
wow.
Good for him.
And how do you like that?
Great day from where he was at
Yeah.
the beginning in the squats there.
1 and 3 in squats to 7 and 9 overall. Not bad. Now Benjamin Rowe. Is he in danger now of losing the silver, do you think? Or do you think he pulled it out and it's just too far now?
I think it's too far now.
Okay. Settling into his
Yeah,
silver
if he
position?
ends up at 660 where he is right now, it means that everyone else got to jump another 7 to 10, and they're already up in their max ranges, so I just don't think you're going to see it.
Speak of the devil, PK Mills has dropped his third attempt to 272.5. Just seen that change.
Yes, because the Kazakhstan lifter dropped his from 275 to 267. So of course that's the game now, and you know, with PK having the last deadlift attempt, I'm not surprised with those 2 moves at all.
Like they made agreement out back. Let's just settle it down a little. 255 for Rowe of America.
He said it's a 5K PB for
Yep,
him.
Yep. Oh, it's slow off the bottom, but he is fighting through with it.
Yeah, I think that's just his style.
It is.
It is a little different style, and but it seemed all 3 looked the same.
Very similar.
Yeah.
You know,
And,
based off of his 240 kilo opener, we didn't think he had much left.
Yeah, I thought that was might be it for him, and but it's just the way he pulls.
Yeah,
He's
he's
not
a grinder.
fast off the floor.
And he
But
doesn't
not a real traditional sumo either. It's a little different
gonna
than
say
sumo stance.
He's not fast off the floor. He's not too fast midpoint, and he's even slower at lockout.
Exactly. Yeah.
But he gets the job done.
Yep.
And has a silver medal overall. Now 257.5 for Marie Mohammed from Egypt. What are you thinking? I'm thinking.
And again, the what the Egyptian is hoping here is that if Kazakhstan misses his last deadlift, that he will pull into the bronze medal in the deadlift.
I'm predicting.
Looks like with body weight, yes, that's exactly what he's doing here.
I think it's going to get wild either way. Yeah. A whole lot of strength.
He is strong. If that man can harness that strength, he'd scare some people.
If he had Sippalainen's technique,
Yeah, he might have closer to a Sippalainen total.
look at that rounded back, shoulders forward.
It's not everything certainly you would ever show anybody how to lift, and you know, it definitely he's a world-class lifter, but that you know, sometimes comes with some brute strength as well.
That's right. So 267.5 loaded on the bar for the Kazakhstan lifter.
So yes, and this would have been the jump that I would have looked at after seeing a second.
He makes this. He moves into third temporarily.
Yes.
Overall, and he's banking on PK not getting his dead.
Yeah, he's hoping that he will. But right now, PK has that. He's in that bronze position, and he needs to take it away to Kazakhstan lifter. And if the Kazakhstan lifter makes this lift, then PK needs to take it back. It's why I mentioned on PK's second lift, it was a good choice to go that extra 2.5 kilos because they would have been tied on body weight.
Having a little conversation with himself.
It's a little too much. So that last third up for PK.
He's very disappointed. You know, I think this is far below what he's capable of. He's having a rough day. And there's a change.
So now PK can actually drop his if he wants to at this point to 270, let's say. Or he's going to go. It looks like he's going to go for the Canadian record.
Yeah, because I guess he's already got the.
Yes, the bronze is now secure.
So load up the weights. Let's have some fun.
And the Kazakhstan lifter could have actually ran him out of attempts by putting in another attempt and force PK to make a move. But with not doing so, this gives PK the opportunity to go for a national record.
6:22
Be a nice way to end your day.
Yeah, and I think if I recall, the record right now is at the total record is at 642 maybe. So this would clearly beat that.
Yeah, 655. So we have a couple national records getting broken. If he can pull 282 and a half, 622 pounds.
Come on, Canada! PK Mills! Come on, PK! You want this.
No, wait. Whoa. Come on, let's go.
All the way, come on now. Everything you got, let's go. Don't stop.
Let's see how it goes.
Oh, it's fast off the ground. I think he has it.
I think it's going to finish. Let's see what the referees say.
3 white lights.
Yeah. That's a great day for PK.
Say the least, leaves with 655 total. Bronze medal overall.
Bronze overall, yes. And a
And
couple of Canadian records to boot. So
silver medal. That's very Canadian. You need to say it to boot. Silver medal in the deadlift.
no do to boot it.
And Pasi Sippalainen from Finland.
661 pounds. He already has the gold medal.
Sippalainen has had a phenomenal day here.
The only thing he doesn't have is a 300 kilo deadlift in competition. Let's see if he can do it. The bar is loaded.
This is going to be a personal best for him. 280 was fast. 290 was a little slower. It's 10 more
10
kilo
kilos,
enough.
Yeah.
Oh, just a little too much
Move
today.
well off the floor. It's a great attempt.
Yeah, you know what? He ends the day. That is your world champion in the 83 kilo Master 1 division. And we had a bit of a show there. Some jockeying around for position. The American row just able to stave off PK Mills, although PK picked up the silver medal overall and broke some national records in Canada. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back with the medal ceremony, I believe, in 10 minutes.
59 and 66 kilo lifters first of all. These guys are on platform 2. Very, very dramatic. So, 59 kilo lifters, Masters 1. In second place on squat with a best squat of 152.5 from the United States of America, Mr. Ron Brinker. And with a best squat of 185 kilos, and I hope I pronounced your name correctly, from Poland, Sławomir Schlitz. Well done, guys. Pose for the photo. Well done, chaps. And we now move to bench press. And I've got a feeling of deja vu in second place with a 100 kilo bench press in the 59 kilo Masters 1 from the USA, Ron Brinker. In first place with 140 kilos, it is Sławomir Schlitz of Poland. Well done, guys. Thank you. And then we now move to deadlift. And surprise, surprise, it is in second place with 177.5 kilos, Ron Brinker. You were right to not change places, chaps. On top of the pile, 200 kilos, Sławomir Schlitz of Poland. And we now go to overall. In second place with 430 kilos from the USA, Ron Brinker. And with a 525 total at sub 59 kilos bodyweight from Poland, Sławomir Schlitz. Please be upstanding, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Poland. Thank you, gentlemen. Fantastic lifting, fantastic. So we now move to the 66 kilo lifters on squats. This was really close, ladies and gentlemen. In third place with 195 kilos from Brazil, Anderson Alcantara. In second place, also with 195 kilos, just squeaked it on bodyweight from Canada, Louis Noppers. I understand if Louis isn't here at the moment. And in first place, from Canada with 205 kilos, Jean-Sébastien Rome. Thank you, guys. Bench press 66 kilo Masters 1 in third place with 135 kilos from Brazil, Anderson Alcantara. In second place, he can't be here at the moment, but he is okay with 135 kilos from Canada, Louis Noppers. And in first place, with 145 kilos. From France, Michael Bernard. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you. And deadlift. In third place, from the Republic of Ireland with 237.5 kilos deadlift, Paul McLaren. In second place, from Canada with 255 kilos, Lewis Nobbers. In first place, 270.5 kilos and a new world record from Brazil, Anderson Alcantara. Thank you, guys.
Hold on, guys.
He really did do everything. Can we give Lewis all of his medals, please?
All right. Put them all on. Hopefully you won't fall over. Yeah.
Lewis Nobbers, ladies and gentlemen. He gave it his all. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm glad you're okay. Okay, we now move to the overall.
All right, Lewis.
So, in third place with a 570 kilo total from Canada, it is Jean-Sébastien Rome. In second place, 585 kilos from Canada, Lewis Nobbers. And winning his class with a new record is 600.5 kilos Brazilian lifter Anderson Alcantara. And is it just me, ladies and gentlemen, or are these some of the most handsome lifters you ever saw? Well groomed, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Brazil. a round of applause as they lead the platform. 59 and 66 kilo lifters. And a future lifter from the Noppers family. She doesn't weigh a lot at the moment, but she is going to be awesome based on genetics alone. And ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder that when national anthems are playing, you must remove your hat and you must stand and show some respect to the lifters. Okay, we are now going to bring out the 74s and 83s. Are they ready, Brock? Here they come. 74s and 83s, ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Some amazing, amazing lifting we've seen today. Come on, guys, there's quite a few of you, so make room. Don't trip over each other.
The last one, TK.
We all here? PK, you're the tail gunner. Okay, so I guess we're going to go with the 74 kilo lifters first of all. And in the squat, 74 kilos. In third place with 212.5 kilos from Finland, Pekka Taskinen. In second place with 220 kilos squats from Canada, Tom Key. And it doesn't get any more close than this, ladies and gentlemen, because in first place on squats with 220 kilos from Norway, Shawn Muir. Nice work, guys. Do we have our photos? We do. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We now move to bench press. Sasha, bench press. Thank you. Okay, so 130 kilos. Got Pekka Taskinen from Finland, a bronze medal in bench press. 135 kilos, Jordan Langseth of Norway, silver medal position. But top of the pile, 152.5, Canadian lifter, Tom Keane, gold medal on bench press. Very nice, Tom, very nice. I see you did make weight again. Yeah. Okay, gentlemen, thank you very much. And we now go to deadlift, 74 kilo deadlift. And again, very, very close, settled on body weight. 250 kilos. Got Jordan Langseth from Norway, a bronze medal. $250 kilos. Got Enkbat Sanduija from Mongolia, a silver medal. But 262.5 kilos in gold medal position from Finland, Timo Heiskanen. Well done, guys. Thank you, gentlemen. We now go to the total. And with 582.5 kilos from Mongolia, Enkbat Sanduija. $605 kilos from Norway, silver medal position, Jordan Langseth. And overall, 617.5 kilos, gold medal position, and your new world champion, it is Tom Keith of Canada! Please be upstanding for the national anthem of Canada. That'll be a hometown win in Canada. So we now move to the 83 kilo Masters 1 in squats. He gave us all a bit of a heart attack, but it gave him a bronze medal overall with 2:13 from the Republic of South Africa, Marlon Daniels. Just ahead with 232.5, taking the silver medal on squat from Kazakhstan, Davranbek Turakhanov. And winning the squat competition with 250 kilos, taking home a gold medal to the USA, Mr. Benjamin Rowe. Very nice, gentlemen. Very nice indeed. Thank you very much. In bench press. Again, really close. Setting on body weight, 160 kilos. Got Benjamin Rowe from the USA, a bronze medal. ...160 kilos. Silver medal for the Republic of South Africa's Marlon Daniels. And with 165 kilos from Finland, Pasi Sipilainen, gold medal on squats. On bench press, sorry. Thank you, gentlemen. Okay, let's get this right. This is deadlift. So, 257.5 kilos. The man from Egypt, it is Marie Mohammed. Very emotional indeed. 282.5 kilos, silver medal position, Canada's P.K. Mills. And 290 kilos, best deadlift in the 83s. He's from Finland, he is Pasi Sipilainen. Thank you, gentlemen. A pleasure to watch. And we now move to the overall totals. Sasha, can we go to overall, please? Thank you. total 655 kilos from Canada, Mr. P.J. Moore. 665 kilos from the USA, he knows already, it's Benjamin Rowe. And far ahead in front, bringing truth to the saying, if you want to win, hire a Finn. 682.5 kilos from Finland, Pasi Sipilainen! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Finland. Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen, proving that lifters only get better with age. Ladies and gentlemen, please give these guys a round of applause as they leave the stage. Can you please follow Brock off the stage? And don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, because we have more lifting for you. We now move into the Masters one. Ladies! The ladies hit the platform in just over half an hour.